Welcome to Horse Racing Gamer, where champions are made.
YouTube, what's going on? Horse Racing Gamer. Welcome back to the beloved Gallop Racer 2004. Now, it's been 5 weeks since the last time I played this game, people. 5 weeks. Like 5 real weeks. Real human life weeks since I've actually touched this game. It doesn't even feel like it's been that long, but it has. June just kind of flew by. Literally. But I remember what we were doing for the most part. My spreadsheets are all like unorganized. Like I haven't added any of these new horses in, which I'm not going to because I feel like I had them a little bit better memorized. Night Breeze is back. Not that I would get her. I will look at first timers, but I know Silver Bullet. Like let's just see how many G1s everybody's got. So Silver Bullet, he's got 4. Diamond Plan's got 5. Stargazing's got 2. Moonbee's got 2. That's about it. And Golden Boy, he should be in a grade 1 here very soon. Oh, grade 2. Okay. I need to get him in a grade 1. Fire Magic will be in 1. Butterfly Effect from Western Tiger and Irish Fleet. Okay. I don't know why I'm surprised that Moonbee is like a double S. I mean, it comes from King Bee and Pink Gemstone. Did either of them hit double S? I can't remember. You guys probably would actually remember better than I would. I mean, I know we ran him in a lot of really tough races. Because I'm just like, why not? And he's done better than I thought. Like, I thought he was kind of going to be like King Bee and Pink Gemstone, win a couple of G1s. And which that's what he's done, but he's still only 3 years old. Like, I feel like I can push the envelope more with him. Especially in the sprinting races, because again, he's got 84 speed, so he's fast, very fast. On the Bolero, his stats aren't great, but like I said, he is going to peak at like 5.5, 6, so he's got a couple of years, but, you know, am I a bit concerned? Yeah. Like that stamina at its highest is going to be like a mid-50, maybe a low 60. I'd be surprised if it got up to the 60s, so that's going to be an issue. Power's not going to be good, braking and heart, toughness, yeah. He definitely got a lot of stats from Onyx Prince, but he has good abilities, except for counterclockwise, not good. Spartan Explosive, still don't know what the other latent ability is, they're just hiding it from me. But we haven't won with him yet as well, that contributes. 70 response, so we're just going to have to stay patient with him, honestly, it's all I can do. I hate that the game hides some of these traits and stats. There's just no point in that. Anyways. I'm looking for anybody with really good stamina. If I don't see good stamina, I could care less who's here. And nobody has stamina I want to work with. And I need to save my points for next year anyways. Alright. Well, we're getting right into racing here, people. You know, I like you, but no challenges. Like, Eric is not going back to jockey challenges at all. Like, I don't want to potentially lose a horse because I decided to challenge a jockey to not win anything significant to me. Maybe a horse, but like, I'm not really craving any specific horses in this game at the moment. You know, I'm really trying to focus in-house with our current horses, and then, you know, we'll pick up some unique ones and some good ones that I like personally here and there, but I'm not searching for any horses right now, except for, like I said, broodmares with good stamina. Same for the sires, double S. I just have no desire to do those jockey challenges. It's just, I'm not willing to risk losing my horse to do that. I don't want to. That's just me. Alright, so Silver Bullet. Third favorite in this Nagano Grade 2, the Valley Stakes. I think I said he peaked, right? I'm just glad he turned out so much better than his father, man. The Sedate Ruler's Foals. Like I said, Tiger's Eye was like the best one, but I lost him at some point, I think, or I retired him really soon. I don't think... No foals from Sedate Ruler really achieved what they should have. Nothing close to Sedate Ruler himself. So that's what was disappointing. Like, not a single foal achieved his status. Now, I just got done playing 2003, so I hope it doesn't take me too long to adjust back to this game, on top of it being 5 weeks since I last played, but maybe playing 2003 actually would keep me in a little bit better of a rhythm. Like, I know I have to be a little bit more active in this game with the controller. 2003 is very, like, left, right type. This game is more fluid, and 2006 is obviously the most fluid. I would even say Gallop Racer 3 is actually more fluid than 2003 and 2001 sometimes. Like, I feel like I can move my horses easier in that game. 2001, they feel very stiff, even though I still enjoy that game a lot. 2003, they can feel quite stiff, too. It depends on the track and the horse. Okay, so we're looking good here with silver. Two sevens. That's very good. Okay, let's get you on the move here, bud. Let's go. Isn't his revolution super late? Let me try 1.3. Nope. And he's still ahead by quite a margin. Come on, you're right there, bud. Oh, do not get caught at the line, man. Okay, we're just going to hold on, but that was close. We weren't supposed to win that race, so I'll take that. I probably could have waited a little bit, honestly. But I'm not complaining, obviously. Did I just say obviously twice? Of course I did. Of course I actually said that. Why wouldn't I? That's what I typically do. So let's start to the episode, though. It's a first place victory for Silver Bullet. Beat special partner by a length and 3/4. And, yeah, dividends. Trifecta will pay $3.11 USD. It's not bad. I mean, that's actually a good trifecta ticket. That would be off of, what, $2? So if you played that with, like, 10. And Sheba, the old man, is happy. Ah, yeah, you did good, but you could do better. Like, okay, Sheba, thanks. Thanks, I guess. Alright, so it's a good start to the episode. That's what I want. No goof ups. Alright, Silver. I think you're, like I said, you're still on the decline. Still feels like I could have won so much more with him, though. I mean, 16 starts, finished in the top 3, 10 out of 16 times. It just... Continental Cup? Will he be ready for that? Can he run 12? What's his distance? Doesn't... I'm just... What's your stamina? 50? I feel like I'd regret running him in this 12 furlong race. It's a GWS race. Actually, no, that would be... Well, he's a dirt horse anyways. Yeah, why? The Independence actually makes more sense. Forgot. I'm not used to having dirt horses. Or... Tokyo Cup? What's your health? Or health is not really shown in this game like 2003, duh. I mean, I think if I run him in the Independence, he should be good to bounce back for the Tokyo Cup. I mean, we might as well give it a shot. So, yeah. His classification is S right now. So... Or, excuse me, his eval, I think it is. Well, rank eval, whatever. No, classification is GR rank, my bad. Yeah, classification. So yeah, what is he now? Actually, like I said, I haven't played this in a while, so I cannot remember. Is it record? Classification, yeah. So Golden Boy is 119 for 2-year-olds. He's Stargazing is 135 for the 3-year-olds. Let's freaking go. Moonbee's 129, okay. And yeah, 129 for the mile and 127 for the mid-long on the dirt. So Moonbee's, okay, so he's doing better than I thought, honestly. I don't know why. Well, anyways. Who am I looking for? Silver Bullet. And he's leading the dirt category right now, which is fantastic. He's only 120, but he's leading. So if I can get him to 125, well, 135, my bad. He's a little ways away from that. I don't know if he'll hit that, honestly, but yeah, Stargazing 135. That's really good. He's still only S ranked, so Need to push him over that 135. He's definitely a double S horse to me. From Western Tiger out at least gold. But I mean, he needs to win more G1s for sure. I've dropped a couple, but he's still only 3 years old. I mean, he's going to turn 4 soon. So, got to get it moving with him soon. I feel like we're doing well with the horses, but I'm not achieving as much as I want, necessarily. Oh, I wish you all would understand. I don't care about your jockey challenges. I really don't. Like, some people say they don't care, but they really do. When I say I don't care, I genuinely do not care. And it actually, it bugs me when people think I'm lying. I'm like, you don't understand. I really do not care. Like, I would prefer for people to, like, understand that about me. My life would be a lot easier. It's stressful when people think I'm lying and I'm not. Anyways, he's stargazing. He's up into G2. Also, what's helping is, I mean, any race I'm putting him in, especially if it's like a race like this, we're blowing these fields out by quite a bit. Yeah, I'm not worried about anybody in this field at all. Regal Soul's here. Stargazing is better. Easy Trap is here. Stargazing is better. I'm not worried. Let's go see our boy down in the paddock. The parade will be coming up, but it's a G2. We're not going to see it. He looks ready to go. Let's rock and roll with you, bud. So Moonbee is double S right now. But he's not 135 on anything. I read somewhere on the forum like your horses had to be 135 to get that double S classification or whatever. Well, Moonbee's not 135. He's 134. But, you know, Moonbee's double S, but he's not 135 like I saw in the forums. And then this horse here, Stargazing, is actually at 135, but he's still only S range. So, you know, I'm kind of realizing certain things is just better for me to just figure out by myself, because not everything on the forums is, like, accurate. At least not in my game. The way people have written it. You know, word for word. I'm like, okay, that sounds simple. And I check, and I'm like, well, that's not happening in my game. And granted, obviously, I'm talking about this specific situation. I'm not talking about other things that maybe I, you know, could have been misinterpreting. But I literally have it like in my notes, my spreadsheets everywhere. And the thing is, even in that forum topic, I see other people say, well, I've got my horse past 135 and they're still not double S. So I don't think people realize our games do behave differently. Obviously, there are certain things that are very consistent in all of our games and some things that remain the same, but not all of our games behave the same way. We all have different relationships with the trainers. We all have different results. We play on different difficulties. We get different horses in the shop. Like, I don't know why people act like all of our games play the same just because it is the same game. It's not that case at all. So much stamina left. This is what I mean, man. This guy can just run. No, we didn't get last corner leader. Regal Soul is still fighting us on the inside. But come on, Star. Push pass. He's still hanging strong as Regal Soul, but he's not going to hang with us here. I think we're just going to get past. And I made that a lot harder than it needed to be. I should have gotten Stargazing ahead of him. Hats off to Regal, obviously. We've used him. We know what he's about. But Stargazing is, like I said, the better horse, and I wasn't worried. Not even in the stretch. I'm like, I know we'll get past him, and we did. So 2 wins to kick off today's episode. Course loss. I could care less. We get a double S on the spurt. This is what I've been saying all along. I'm like, I need the right horses. I don't need to just ride any random horse that's good. I need horses that work with my playing style and my riding style. And it's like, only so many people respect that. I still get comments telling me to just do other things that's not my playing style. Like, you guys don't even respect how I'm playing the game. You know? It's like, I respect how people play the game. I don't tell anybody how to play a game at all. I really don't. I can teach and help somebody if they want help. I've taught my sister how to actually do a couple of laps on the sim, and she did way better than I ever thought she could. I taught my girlfriend how to race on the sim, my wheel and pedal setup. She got like 25 laps in at the Red Bull Ring, and she did way better than I thought. If she practiced more, she could actually be semi-competitive. That's the only time I help. Like, I'm not just giving like random advice or stuff like that, or telling people what they should do with their games. Like, that's so unnecessary. It's such a such a controlling type of thing to do. I'm not a controlling individual. I don't think people realize when they're doing that stuff, like, you're just kind of demonstrating you have a need for, like, control and power, or just whatever. You need to stroke your ego, like, whatever it is. Now, Diamond Plan, second favorite behind Rough World. Paradise Gems here. Golden Monsters here. It's going to be a tough race, but I think Diamond Plan is so strong. I'll watch out for, you know, the other three horses. Golden Monster, Rough World, Paradise Gem. But I think if I run this right, I can get the win with Diamond Plan. 90 speed. Like, we're fast too, man. And, like, we don't have any close race not good like Golden Monster. So I'm really not worried about her. I know she's such a good horse, but that ability is just awful on her. Like, I think without that ability, Golden Monster genuinely could be one of the fastest and best fillies that you could get. Especially for, like, an early game horse. Because she's not very rare, I think, in most people's games, from what I understand. So, it's like, yeah. But, yeah, I don't understand why people have the need to tell other people how to play a video game. That's such a weird habit to have, honestly, to me. Such a weird habit. Like, it almost comes off impulsive. Like, people can't even help themselves. They can't even stop themselves from always trying to show how much they know about a game. Like, that really comes off impulsive when you think about it. I'm pretty sure that could be categorized as that. But anyways. And of course, I've been saying this stuff for like years. Like, I deal with all sorts of people that do that on my channel. It's not anyone in particular. Is it a certain group of Gallop Racer type of gamers, I would say, that do that? And just in any gaming community in general, really. I mean, we're playing Gallop Racer, so I'm mentioning that, but like it happens everywhere. It's happened on my other gaming channels with like Dragon Ball Z. I used to get people doing the same thing. Dude, you're not doing the combo, man. You know about this combo, bro. Dude, why don't you go to the arena and practice the combos? Like, I don't care. It's like people just don't understand how I play video games, and they do not respect it, which is like, that sucks. You know what I mean? I respect how people play video games, even if they're not good. Like, that doesn't matter to me. People actually don't respect how I play games because they think their way is the right way, and that's the elitist gatekeeping attitude I talk about. And Diamond Plan blows this field apart. I mean, I told you guys I was not worried. I was not worried about anybody in that field. Like, put some respect, okay? I'm not one to say that, but it's like, stop disrespecting me. Seriously, put some respect, you know, on HRG with Gallop Racer. Am I the best? No. Will I ever be? No. I that's never going to be a goal for me in this game. But, like, I know how to play Gallop Racer. And I know how to play it on a difficulty. A tough difficulty, a challenging difficulty, hard, here, when I have the right horses. I just feel like I say the same thing all the time, and like, most of you listen, of course, and I love you guys, and some people just, it's like you're choosing just to not listen at all. But, whatever. I don't want this to be a rant, so I apologize if that sounds like that. It's not even my intention. Alright, let's get back into the business. So, Saturn, G1, Moonbee, favorite. Like I said, it wasn't like I didn't think that he was going to be good. I guess I just didn't think he would actually be doing as well. Despite the fact that he's only won 2 G1s. But he's been so consistent. He's really fast. Gemstone was fast. She was tough. King Bee was also quick. So, I mean, like, it makes sense. He really is the best of both of his parents. He inherits his father's temper. And the other stats, I can't remember who had those, like, response and feel ratings. But yeah, he has his father's temper, but he's not too temperamental. Like I said, I've only had to deal with that a couple of times. He's, you know, I've been able to work with him. 84 speed is great. Stamina's not terrible. Decent power, good staying, good braking, and gets the heart from his mother, so he really is a combination of the both. The game doesn't want me to know his latent ability or his max distance, which is absolute dog crap, but, you know, it's fine. And of course, when I say dog crap, I don't mean to say that like in a negative way to dogs. I freaking love dogs. I had somebody say, "What do you have against dogs and their crap?" I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me, right? My gosh, I swear some people take things too literal, too serious. It's like, relax, meditate, like, chill. You know, everything doesn't need to be taken so serious in that type of context. And it's not even like directing it at anybody. Like, people like to get offended about things that aren't even directed at them. You know? I will speak up when obviously I feel like I'm being disrespected or somebody I care about is being disrespected. I've told you guys that, but that's it. It's like if somebody says something random, I'm not going to be like, oh, I'm so offended. What do you have against this? It's like, I'm not that weird guy. All right. Moon, this will be a big win for you, bud. Who else is even in this field? Like, nobody to worry about? Who's the second favorite? Dancing World? I mean, that's a good horse, but I think Moonbee's got him covered. Them. I just recognize that horse's name. Like, I don't even know if it's a Colts or a filly, honestly. I just recognize the name. Should I start paying attention more? Yeah. Moon, relax, please. Do not get temperamental right now and decide you want to go 90 miles an hour. That's not how we win today. That's not how we win today. Yeah, he does really run like Pink Gemstone, you know what I mean? She liked to run at the front. She liked to stay active. I mean, he's pretty similar to her, but he also has a lot of his father King B in him too. You know what I mean? He's a good mix of both. I think that's why he's doing so well. I just wasn't expecting that to be the case. I'm gonna hold off on the whip because we're fine right now. Come on, Moon. This is a big win for you, bud. Stay strong, stay strong. And we're just going to get this done. We're 4 for 4 today, okay? 4 for 4. Let that be known. Let that be known. We're 4 for 4. We're rolling right now. Because, guess what? I'm on horses that I like to run with. I know people are probably sick of me saying that, but I have to say it because people still don't understand. That's all I need. I need horses that I can work with, and this is what happens. I win. I can win. Like, when I'm not winning, people think like, oh, you're not playing the game right. It's not that. Now, sometimes, obviously, I am messing up. I've done that more times than I could probably count, honestly, at this point. I have messed up, but that's on me just not paying attention, one. I space out a lot when I play this game, too. Not understanding my horses properly because I'm just missing something or they're tricky. You know, it's not like I don't know how to play the game. I just space out on things that I shouldn't be. But this is like a relaxing game for me to play. That's kind of why I space out. I don't feel like I have to just be so Gallop Racer, focus. Like, no, you know what I mean? It's not that type of game for me. Never will be. If it became like that, I wouldn't play it. I promise you I would not play it. So we're doing good for the GWS. We're still second. Not that I care. For the jockey standings. But for the sprint, I mean, we have a 1-2 with Diamond Plan and Moonbee. Moonbee is chasing his stablemate, and he's stargazing. He's on the board in 7th. I'm not expecting him to catch up. And maybe he can, but Diamond Plan's so strong. I don't think either of them are going to be able to beat him. Do not think I am satisfied yet. You need to try a lot harder to please me. I expect results. Oh gosh, Pink, you are so high maintenance all the time. All the time. Like, I could win Horse of the Year and every other title with her horses, and she's still like, well, that's still not good enough. Like, my gosh. You are so annoying. Like, I'm doing pretty well on your horse, and you're just not satisfied. Naturally. Naturally, you're not. I'm not shocked at all. Pink, not satisfied that I've won 6 times straight on this guy? And there's 6 G1s? You don't say, huh? You don't say she's not actually happy. What's your distance again? 7 to 9? So, that 10.2 is probably not good. World Mile, well, doesn't matter. World Mile Cup. Let's just continue to make our point. Let's continue to make our point. They want him in the Prince Cup. I say... Okay, 81 stam. You know what? Yeah. Let's run it. Because I still don't even know what his stamina... Well, I mean, I don't know what his max distance is. And I would like to know. But the game is playing hide and seek with my horse's stats and abilities. Like, it's... It's so stupid. It's so stupid. I don't feel like there's any defending that. Like, that doesn't make the game more challenging. It's just annoying because, like, I don't know the science and how they unlock. Like, latent ability still hidden. Why? Now, Southpaw. That last track that we ran on. Yeah, that was a left-handed track. Okay, so good. I need to be mindful of that. I almost forgot. I almost forgot for a second. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. So he's got 3 G1s. His last 3 were all... Okay, so he's got 10, 8, and 6. He's actually going for the all-rounder title. So when I think about it, I think I just need a win on the dirt and then something else. Wait. Let me look at the spreadsheet just to be sure, because some of this stuff is not always... like... Hold on a second. So yeah. 7 or low, he's got that check. 7 furlongs or below, check. 8 to 11, check. Okay, we need 12 and we need dirt. Moonbee, your stam is 60. 12, you know, it would be a push, but if it's like an easier 12 furlong field, I mean, I think he can do it. I really do. So, is there any 12 furlong... I know there is in November, right? Continental? I could save him for that, and then I can run him in the Tokyo Cup if he's ready. Or I could try running him in a dirt race now. Oh, you know what? Let's run him in the No, he's not going to be ready for the Osaka. I can run him in the sprint. If I win that, we can come back, try to win that Continental. There's the all-rounder title for him right there. Alright, looking good. Moontrapper, our G2 queen, right? She's still consistent. I mean, she's on the decline, but 18 starts. 16 out of 18 finishes in the top 3. And like I said, I'm going to race her for a while. I would love to keep her going till she's 6. To see how many G2 wins we can stack for her. G2s and G3s, honestly. Like I said, I'm in no rush to retire her for breeding, so I feel like I can literally just experiment. And see what happens, you know? Who knows? I get lucky every blue moon. It's no guarantee. But butterfly effect. Open. Up in it open, if I could speak correctly. I have not given her any tack yet, but... Has she won a race yet? I don't know. I don't think so. Lost Saint with the record here. All right. I'm not gonna lie. It feels so good to finally have horses that I really enjoy in this game, and like they're getting better. It has made a significant difference, as you guys can tell. Like, where I'm at now is where I've been trying to get to, but I just haven't gone about it the right way, obviously. But I figured that out now. I have no idea where she wants to run. No, trying to figure out your horse's leg type and keeping that question mark, is it annoying? Yes, but do I think that's more realistic? Sure, yeah. But like the thing is, most of the time, owners and trainers, they do workouts with their horses. So I think they develop an idea of where the horse likes to run. But in this game, there's no workouts like 2003 or training anything. You just kind of have to guess. Based off of the parents, and that's still no guarantee you're going to hit it right on the nail. Finally, Butterfly Effect showing that pedigree. I think this is her first win. I can't remember if she won again, but we'll see after this race. Because like I said, it's been a while since I played it. Don't remember winning with her. But she absolutely walks away with that one with ease. Last corner leader, always a great ability to have. And she gets her first win. She breaks her maiden, if I'm not mistaken. That's 5 wins in a row here, people. 5 dubs, alright? Who cares about all that other crap? We won the race. Like, oh, pace judge not good and this not good. We won the race. Who honestly cares? Who cares, bro? This guy doesn't. Trust me, I would never say that in public or anything. Just to you guys. Because I usually only say that type of stuff with people I consider, you know, my friends. I feel comfortable saying that in front of you guys. I wouldn't say that in front of random people. They would just look at me strange. And people already look at me strange because of a multitude of things that I'm not going to discuss. But anyways, I was going to say Elite. I remember you telling me to look at Slide Chief, but this is Silly Chief. Colts. Not Slide Chief and no abilities. I just saw Chief and I saw S. I'm like, oh, there she is. Best Hunter. I used him at Gallop 2003, right? Yeah. Not going back to that. Alright. Let's go, baby. We are rocking and rolling here with all of our horses. Butterfly Fight. Was that her first win? It was, yep. I figured. Finally breaks her maiden. Because, yeah, I was running her in grade 3, so maybe those were a little bit tough. I might need to stack opens with her. So, a couple stats unlocked. She is a front runner. Okay. Western Tiger and Irish Fleet. I mean, that makes sense. I was kind of expecting that, so that's fine. 68 staying, which means her speed has already got to be between 68 and 70. That's fantastic. 83 power, 61 feel. 9 furlongs minimum. Does she have endurance? Yeah, she has to. Who else is from Western Tiger and Irish Fleet? Anybody here? No. Yeah, they both have good stamina. She could actually be our best endurance horse. I mean, Stargazing's got 81, and he's from Western Tiger and Lee's Gold. But I'm pretty sure Fleet had better stamina, I think. Maybe she... Fleet retired, right? I don't have her back in the barn anymore. But yes, we're getting our stamina lines going. I'm so happy about that. So happy. Not having to worry about stamina. So nice, man. Rumares, who's back here? They all conceived. 3 by Vivid Legend, 1 by Flying Gallop, well, 2 by Flying Cowboy, and 1 by Blues Breeze. Our foals next year should be freaking amazing. I mean, Chasing Hearts and Vivid Legend should be fantastic. Lee's Gold and Cowboy should be good. Gemstone and Legend should be good. Fleet and Legend should be awesome. Dancer and Blues Breeze should be very fast. They were both extremely quick. And then Awesome and Cowboy, hopefully, I mean, I think all of these should be good. I don't think we're going to get a single bad horse out of any of this. These are all the horses, except for Awesome. She was a headache with her front running nonsense. She was a headache. Everybody else, we had no real issues with, honestly. We didn't, so... Let's look at the foals now. Just kind of a quick recap since it's been a little bit of time. Foals Just Born. Naked episode from Flying Cowboy and Lee's Gold. Actually, this is a good time to get some names going for you guys. You guys have submitted quite a bit, so I appreciate it. Let me see what I got for you. Lee's Gold and Cowboy. Okay, so this will be... Wait, Samantha, I believe? I don't know why I put your name in as Awesome Autumn. I don't know why I did that. Don't... Forgive me. Clearly, I was thinking about that horse. No, I copied and pasted, Samantha, your comment from YouTube, and Awesome was like the first word in like the last line, and that's where it appeared at the top. So, Samantha, we are going to go ahead and go with Lee's Cowboy. I love that name. When I saw that, I'm like, that's freaking brilliant. And this is a cult. I still think Lee's Cowboy works. Yeah, you did write that. Lee's Cowboy for a Colt and Lee's Cowgirl for a filly. That is fantastic. Beautiful name. And Samantha, I think this is the first name you're actually supplying to us on this channel. So that's awesome. So thank you and welcome. So Lee's Cowboy. I'm so excited, man. That's the thing. That is one thing that is really bad about 2003. Like, now that I'm really understanding how much you have to wait and miss out on. Like, do I like having a certain amount of horses? Yes, but you should still be allowed to breed as much as you want. And then you can only move so many horses to the stable. Like, that's what they should have done in 2003. Gave us the same options here, but said, okay, you can only race 6 horses at a time or something like that. That way we could at least have several foals every year as opposed to just one. But Lee's Cowboy, there we go. I love that. Now, let's move over to Sleepy Stage. They're both 2 stars. Like I said, I feel like all the foals are going to be good. I think our bad foal days are kind of over. And again, good pedigrees now. 2nd and 3rd generation horses are coming along finally. So we have a 3rd generation Lee's Cowboy from Flying Cowboy out of Lee's Gold, the Western Tiger out of Suave Buster. This guy should be extremely gutsy, well, willful. I I would think gutsy, but obviously it's willful according to the game. But I think they kind of go hand in hand, even though they are obviously different things. But I think they go hand in hand. And should be very fast. Very, very, very fast. Lee's Gold, she was pretty fast. And I'm saying pretty fast as an understatement. She was extremely fast. And Cowboy could fly. Legend and Pink Gemstone should be fantastic too. This Colt. Now, let's see. Do we have a name here for this guy? I don't know if we do. I have an idea of something I want to do. So let me see if I have any names. Yep. You know what, Samantha? Since you're new, we're actually going to give you 2 back-to-back. We're going to give you Lee's Cowboy, and we're going to give you Vivid Gemstone. Yeah. So we're going to give you these 2, actually. Since it's your first time here suggesting names. Everybody that's already on this channel for a while has already suggested several names. So it's our way of welcoming you into the family. And then the next couple of names will obviously, you know, get back to just our... I would call it a rotation. I try to, you know, use 1 or 2 in this case for a new person that's to the community. And then after that, you know, I'll go 1 for, let's say, Abigail, 1 for Kelly, 1 for KNS, you know, Romino, so on and so forth. So, all right, so Vivid Gemstone and Lee's Cowboy. These 2 should be fantastic. Cannot wait. All right, let's look at the 1-year-olds. So this is Desert Derby and Irish Fleet, Blues Breeze, and these good. 5-star Calm for Sunny Time. And Cowboy and Gemstone. Tigress of Stone. This filly should be amazing. 3rd generation on both sides. She should be fantastic. I mean, she could have so many abilities. She could be loaded down. Really. This could be our best filly to date. She could... I think she'll be better than Chasing Hearts. If everything goes according to plan. Hopefully, I should say. I think she could be better than Chasing Hearts. Now. So we still need to come up with names for these 3. Let's see. Bear with me for a second because I'm going to the comment section here. We've done Samantha. Let's see who's next. Gianni, I think I said I wanted to do something for you. Irish Fleet and Legend. You did say that. Is that what this horse is? No. Is it you? No, it's Desert Derby and Fleet. Oh, okay. Chasing Hearts. Okay, so you came up with some names we haven't gotten to yet. Heart of Gold for Chasing Hearts. Okay. Well, there actually aren't any names as of recently, so let me look at some older names. Abigail. I think we'll get you into the mix here. Actually, I need to go into my Discord. I forgot you guys did suggest quite a few names. I thought I moved them to my spreadsheet. Apparently I did not. So I'm going to open up my Discord right quick and see what names you guys suggested. I think at this point a month ago, honestly. I said June went by so fast. Is it just me? Did anybody else watching feel like June went by extremely fast? Because I feel like this year was like the first year since the pandemic where, like, I know everywhere isn't back to normal. Clearly, even some places here still aren't. But for the most part, a lot of the world is kind of back to normal. And I feel like June, since this is our first real June in like 2 or 3 years, depending on where you live, since the pandemic, it's flown by, man. It's absolutely flown by. So, okay, sorry. I'm looking at names here. Should have at least put the filly on screen. So, horse names. Here we go. Actually, Elite, we're gonna give one for you. So, you guys have such awesome names. I don't want anybody to think like I'm skipping you. I'm just, it's a lot of you, so I'm trying to go through. I'm trying to kind of get this done in rotation. I feel like we haven't actually done one with Elite in some time. Desert Derby and Irish Fleet. For you, Elite, let's do Silent Speaker. How about that? Silent Speaker for this guy, because we don't really know what he's going to be about, so let's just see. Silent Speaker. And, let me see, who else? Abigail, you named Moonbee. Don't worry, we'll get back to you. I mean, honestly, Abigail, you've supplied like more than probably 60 or 70% of the horse names on this channel at this point. You have done quite a lot for the HRG community in that regards, for sure. Owe that to you. Silent speaker for this guy. All right. Blues Breeze and Lee's Gold. Let's see who's next. Nizen. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Are you even still here? Oh no. Well, scratch that. Let's see who's next. Kayla, how about we do something for you? I don't feel like we have. This is a filly, so Blues Breeze and Lee's Gold. Toxic Blonde. Oh my gosh. I mean, the horse totally fits it. She's a filly. Her mother's name has gold in there. She's got the look. Toxic Blonde kind of works for her. I like Star Shoes, but I hate the idea of the word Toxic Blonde though, because obviously I don't like toxicity in any way. But maybe we could improvise the word toxic to be something more uplifting, like, or you know, something that's really a respectful thing, like, you know, she's so fast and just she's so and granted, I don't know what this filly's capable of yet. Toxic Blonde. Yeah, I'm trying to think of an uplifting way to have the name make sense that pays respect to the filly, and it doesn't mean she's like a bad horse, you know, because toxic by nowadays standards is really a bad thing. So Toxic Blonde. You could even use it for her aesthetics, her look, and just say, oh, you know, she was, I don't know. I really don't. But we have until, I think, the end of the year to change the name, right? Or the end of, actually, yeah, the end of this year. Because they'll be moving to the stables. So, what about Toxic Gold, actually? I like blonde, though. I do like that. I don't like the word toxic, but it would feel weird to change the name just because I don't like it, so... You know what? 2-star calm. She could have a temper. Actually, Toxic Blonde works. It actually works. I wasn't even paying attention to the calm rating. 2 stars means probably not a good temper. So, Toxic Blonde might actually work for this girl. I hope that she's not like a headache, but it might be fitting. If she fights me a little bit in a few races here and there, then that fits. Okay, Western Tiger and Suave Buster. This horse is going to be extremely calm. Pretty good future. But her flex and her power are not good. So she's going to be very, very, very mild-tempered. Isn't this is Flying Cowboy's half-sister, or full sister, is it not? Do I still even have him here as a sire? Hold on. No, yeah, of course I still do. So Desert Derby, Legend. I don't even know why Desert's still here, but whatever. Yeah, he's still here. Yeah, Western Tiger Swat. Yeah, she is actually his sister. Now you see, his temper was S, so she did not. No, she's inherited that. Never mind. Flex and power. Power's S as well for him, but for his sister, she is not supposedly going to be very strong, so she must have inherited that from her mother. I mean, yeah, she's literally Flying Cowboy's sister, actually. Okay, so we just did Elite. We just did Kayla. As far as, I'm also looking at people that I know are actively watching. Like, I figure if somebody disappears, it's kind of not fair, you know, to use one of their names. KNS, I don't think we've used a name for you in a while. So, yeah, I can't recall. So for this filly, let's do Little Vixen, Front Feather, Crown Royal, Track Queen. I kind of, you know what's crazy about the name Track Queen? I promise you I was literally thinking about that as like a cool horse thing maybe like a couple of days ago when I was on my way home from work. I saw like a sticker on somebody's car that was like track and field like shoes or something with like the angel wings or the half wing, and it made me think about that. So, Desert Falcon. The Desert Falcon could actually work for her with Western Tiger. But I kind of like Track Queen, since I was literally thinking about that. I don't know where her power is going to be, though. That's a little bit concerning. Oh, this is so... Sorry if this seems so, so obnoxious. Rainbow Bridge from Gianni. KNS, let's see. Meadowlark? Goat King, Desert Falcon, Shadow Song, Cattail. Huh, Cattail. That's different. Might try that. Fleetfoot, Track Queen, Crown Royal, Jump Away, Fine Spirit. I really did like Track Queen, but Cattail, that's different. So I feel like maybe we should try something different, you know? Would it be better if I spaced it? Or if I kept it like that? Because that could be Cattail or Cattail. Yeah, actually, you know what, KNS? I like this name. We're going to stick with it. What should this name actually be? Cattail or Cattail? Like, how should we pronounce it? I'm definitely going to stop this episode, obviously, before we get probably to the racing. Don't really want to do that, but it's the only bad thing about just recording videos without streaming. Yeah, because that could be Cattail or Cattail. And I've heard horses, I mean, we've all seen horses do that. With, like, their name in some way, the owners do that. So, we'll have to wait and see. Alright, let's get into racing. That took quite a bit of time. But that was good housekeeping, as always. No challenges. Stop. She's like, no? Well, maybe next time. No, there is no next time. Alright, so, next group of fillies, or colts born. Abigail, you will have first go at that. So I'm actually just going to label this now. So that will be you next. After that will be Gianni. And then Casmette. Well, did we breed with Chasing Hearts this year? No, we did not. So I think I retired her after. Real Happy from Kendrick. Okay. Moontrapper's up. Our G2 Queen. She's expected to finish second. Dancing Reason is the favorite. Let's get into this thing. She's got a top 3 goal. Like I said, let's see if we can make this happen, eh? Should be able to. Really should. But yeah, I like Cattail or Cattail. I think either way would be fine. So like I said, KNS, you let me know. Like, you can just obviously spell it out. You know, so I can read it in that way. If it's Cattail, you can just space them. If it's Cattail, you can say just keep it, you know, one word. Because obviously Cattail would be 2. So if you just say keep it one word, then that'll work. Alright, Moontrapper, the G2, G3 Queen. Like I said, I'm going to continue to run her as much as I can until I feel like I can't win G2s and G3s with her anymore. Because I'm not going to want to settle her for opens. I don't think that will really do her any good. I mean, it will help for the win category, but I feel like she'll have a handicap for quite a while if I drop her to opens. Like, I think she'd have to be extremely bad. So like I said, she's a horse I'm really going to keep for as long as I can. I've never done that with a filly, you know. She'll be a broodmare soon. Or a mare. But I've never done that with a mare, to just race her as long as I can. So I would like to... I would like to do that with her just to see how it helps her for breeding. Now she's got a good start here. She is rolling. Furlong and a half left to go. The 5 is still there on the inside. Okay, there's a little bit of a surge here from the 1. Come on, Moon. 12 is coming as well. Nothing I can do. 12 is just going to blitz us, and that was the favorite. Not a bad effort. She finishes second. We'll take it. I'll still take the second place finishes. I'm not going to be unreasonable. Nothing I could really do. Spurt was a B. What, I start sooner, maybe? I don't know, but... still not a bad effort for our gal. It's our first second place finish of the day, not a win, but... we've still been extremely consistent, so I'm going to take a quick restroom break here, and I'll be right back with you guys. All right, we're back with General Reason. He's up in the Aquarius S, and especially finished 7th. He's 5 years old, and he still hasn't started winning yet significantly. Braking still looking good. Response and toughness have not moved. And again, he's a sire that I'm going to breed with a really strong broodmare. I like his abilities. His stats are whatever. They're not anything special. And he is a late growth type as well. So, need a really, really strong broodmare with him. And I think that growth type will be fantastic with that broodmare stats and his abilities as well. He doesn't have any bad abilities. So you need to win more, and I may have to drop him away from the international races. Those just might be a little bit too tough. Might be best for me to keep him in domestic G1s and just try to excel at those. I'm doing myself no real favors in these international G1s unless he's finishing in the top 3. Like, then that actually helps, I think, for his classification and eval or whatever, but specifically his sorry, I'm looking for my spreadsheet again. Yeah, eval for sure, I should say. Classification is more so about, you know, winning with handicaps and carrying more weight, but his eval, that can be increased from doing these races, but again, he needs to be finishing in the top 3 in my opinion. At least. I've definitely noticed that if I finish in the top 3, even though I'm not winning, that can make a difference. Anything lower than that, though, doesn't work. It's like 4th is not going to cut it, 5th isn't going to cut it. So, like I said, I want to start stacking more wins with him. He's A ranked. I don't care if I retire him as A ranked, but he definitely needs to be a lot better in regards to his eval. Alright. He's got a good start here. No Rebo. He's got heart. There we go, baby. Come on, General Reason. This will be a huge win for you, bud. Oh, don't let this 2-horse catch you, man. See, that's a great ability. If we win this race, that ability helped us out a lot. Come on, General. That's a huge win. Oh, finally, let's freaking go. Is that his first grade 1 win? I feel like it is. I feel like that's his first grade 1 win, and that's a huge win if it is. Even if it's not his first, that's a big, big grade 1 win. He's supposed to finish 7th, and his stats are still not on the level of probably those other horses. So for him to win that race, that heart ability, man, I literally talked about it. And he sets the record with no revolution. And I think it's because I never won that race, honestly. I wasn't paying attention, but I think it was one of those races where there was like no record. I don't think there was. Wow. General Reason. That's a big dub. That's a huge, huge, huge dub for General Reason. Oh my gosh. Wow, what a win. What a win for the General. That's purely on merit. No Revo. We used our ability. We got a perfect time on the spurt. Big win for General Reason. Finally. Happens almost as he's a 6-year-old, which is obviously a bit late, but yeah, that was his first grade 1 win, I figured. I couldn't remember winning one with him. Alright, let's continue to try to stack wins. We have to. So, he'll be ready again for... I'm going to save that mile champ for somebody that might actually need it, but maybe... China Mile, actually? I mean, I would like to try to get him more G1 wins, so... Actually, I will run him in that, Mile Champ. I mean, he's almost 6, and that was his first grade 1, so he's a lot later on the schedule. Okay, Moon Trapper, need you in another G2. The game, 18 furlongs. Why? Why? Why would I ever? Are you crazy? Why would I ever put her in an 18 furlong race? Nobody wins in that case. All right. I think everybody's good to go, right? So, on that note, guys, I am very tired. It's almost 4 a.m. I'm doing this in the same session as the last Gallop Racer 2003 episode. Bear in mind. They said she's ready for a grade 3. I'll try it now that I know how to really run her, and I know that she's a front runner. That should work out for us. But yeah, extremely tired. I'll be heading to bed, and I'll pick this back up. Hopefully tomorrow. If not, I'll pick it back up soon. Appreciate you guys all the support on the channel, as always. And like I said, K&S, let me know if we should pronounce that filly's name Cattail or Cattail, whichever works. And yeah, thank you guys for the awesome names. Can't wait to finish out this year and get into seeing our 6 foals are going to be coming next year. I feel like that's the most we've obviously ever had. Super excited for that. And everything else. So appreciate you guys. Until next time, Horse Racing Gamer signing out. I will see you when I pick back up this episode, hopefully soon. And we'll continue to roll on in this episode of Gallop Racer 2004. Alright, YouTube, we are back here with Gallop Racer 2004. And it's been a whole week since the first part of this episode. Longer than I thought, but it was an extremely busy work week. Like, I just did not have time to record. Hence why there really weren't many uploads. I uploaded much less, so... just a quick recap, which I suppose is really not necessary because you guys are watching this pretty much at the same time. I really need to actually save the recap for myself, but the first part of this episode was actually really solid. I mean, we won every race except for that G2 with Moontrapper. So, things are looking good, and I think everybody is already set up for their races, but let me double check because I obviously don't want to assume that and then come to find out like one of my horses is not registered, but I'm pretty sure everybody is good to go. So, man, we have a lot of really good stuff on the way. A lot of good stuff, for sure. Alright, so general reason, that growth type is awesome. I mean, he has the latest growth type, I think, out of anybody that I've had in this game so far. And I know, again, he's not achieving as much as I wanted, but, you know, I still think it's going to be worth it because of those abilities that he has. And breeding him with, again, a really strong broodmare, I think is going to make this worthwhile, honestly. I do. I hope so. I hope he's not one of those sires that just, like, is not good in general. Obviously, that's not what I hope. But, I mean, I think things have gone very well for us in this game since I've kind of changed my mindset and adjusted, you know, the entire breeding format in this game. You know, we haven't really had many flops, I would say, since that's happened in the last 4 years in this game. So I don't think it's going to start with him either. But anyways, Golden Boy, he's up into G2 here. And he's a favorite, as he should be. This dude is fast, man. Oh my gosh. You guys remember the beginning, no, I think last episode, actually. Yeah, we haven't raced with him yet in this episode. The last episode, I remember somebody else saying the same thing. I mean, this dude is quick. And it doesn't, I mean, it's not a surprise, right? Because Honest Pegasus, he was very quick, and Lee's Gold, the broodmare, she was even faster. I mean, she was a, you know, a sprinter, like a true sprinter. So fast growth type though, so this guy's going to peak really quickly. Yeah, just fast growth types I'm okay with if they're dirt horses, but for turf it's like, not a huge fan of it. I wonder what his stand is. We got to figure out the rest of his stats. Okay, last corner leader, runs to the front. Yeah, this dude is really fast. Beautiful horse though, honestly. Look at him. Golden Boy's a really beautiful guy there. And yeah, he definitely inherited the speed from his mother for sure. So alright, let's get this G2 win.
The horses are in the gate. And away they go.
Start. We're okay.
Start.
It's a good start here for Golden Boy in the G2. Now, gonna give him a little bit of a push. Not too hard. This is perfect, actually. This is perfect. That's the only thing with like horses with fast growth types. Like you're kind of limited to the amount of big success you can have, you know, because unless you plan on racing that horse for a long time after its peak, you really just have to maximize as much as you can within basically a year to 2 years tops.
This is where the race is won.
You know, which obviously eliminates some of the bigger titles. But if you have a super horse with a fast growth type, I'm assuming that super horse is not going to drop off that much and you'll be okay, right? So, alright, let's get him on the move here. Let's make sure we get last corner leader. He's got plenty of stamina. Let's kick away.
And they're in the home
There we go,
stretch.
last corner leader. No Revo, I don't think he needs it. Golden Boy again, he's gone, man. Smoking the field. Oh, 9 is coming up with a late surge. Come on, Golden Boy, hang in there. Alright, he should be good. And he will be. It's another easy win. It's another easy win for the guy, Golden Boy. The boy, Golden Boy. How about that? I didn't even have to go that soon. I was testing something out. But that actually worked. Now, obviously, against tougher competition, that is probably cutting it close. Still win by 4 lengths. An X Factor. To think, an X Factor technically was close to finishing in 3rd. So X Factor was already dropping, and we know how good that horse is, right? So Golden Boy, he's the real deal, man. He's the real deal. Let's go. It's another good win there. Just so happy to finally have horses I can do well with. It's what I've been trying to, I guess, inform, you know, some of you guys. And I'm not, you know, singling anybody out. I'm just saying, just people that don't understand the way I play the game, like that. This is what I've been waiting for, and yeah, I've kind of made this take more time than it probably should have. Yeah, but at the end of the day, like, oh my goodness, wait, wow. Okay, so Diamond Plan's gonna be in the World Mile Cup. All right, I remember that. Stargazing Prince Cup. Yeah, I did say I wanted to test them out with the distance. Counterclockwise, not good. Is that not the ability I thought I was trying to figure out, or no? Who is it for? Long Live Bolero? No. Moonbee? Butterfly Effect? Which, I can't remember, which horse was it that I was trying to figure out who may have had counterclockwise not good? It's not him. Clearly not you. Silver Bullet, yeah. I think it's Silver Bullet, which it's... Yeah, I don't know why they're not revealing that to me. Alright, Golden Boy. C ranked. Rough track, okay. Last corner leader. Nothing as much change. Good tempered, good response already. It says C. I already put him in a grade 2 actually, so we should be good. Yep. Alright, let's go ahead and got a triple header here. Triple header. And yeah, there's really not much to say. I think, you know, we just want to get through to breeding next season, and we're gonna have 6 foals born. That's the most I've ever had born at one time ever in any of these series on YouTube, so that's gonna be a new achievement, at least for me. Easy Traffic is in this field, Inkjet as well. We're the favorite though, Stargazing, and we're the favorite by a decent margin. Easy Traffic is the next best horse, and again, we've beaten Easy Traffic, so this should be a good win here for Stargazing. We can stalk, we can save ground, and our goal is winner. Good horse, but obviously those 40s and 50s and that 39 feel I'm not a fan of. So when it comes to using him as a sire, I mean, obviously we're going to need to make sure that, you know, I'm realizing I really need like a super broodmare. because some of these sires, some of them have really low or bad stats that I don't want to carry over. So in order to kind of cancel that out, we're going to need a broodmare that's essentially like 80s and up on every one of her categories. I don't think I have a single broodmare close to that yet. It's going to be a little bit of a grind, right? It's going to be a little bit of a grind.
The horses are on the track.
Yeah, I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Like, I wonder if it'll be easier for me to find one in the market, or if it'll be easier for me to just try to get lucky with breeding and to get that soon. I'm not sure. As always, appreciate you guys for the love and support on the channel. I don't know if I said that in the beginning of this video, but if I didn't, I'm saying it now, and if I did, well, I guess I'm saying it again. Support on the channel has been awesome lately, considering there's still so much I want to do, and I'm going to do. By now, I think, well, maybe not, actually, I'm not sure. There's a new series I want to do that I am going to do. It's going to feature Gallop Racer 99, and it's going to allow you guys to be able to participate in the series, and we're going to compete against each other. It's going to be a fun series. Anybody that considers himself like a try-hard gamer, this is not the series for you. It's really not. Because I don't want anybody, like, getting upset about the way things go necessarily. It should just be a fun series that friends can play, you know what I mean? Nobody should be taking it to that level. I'm not going to, and if I'm not going to take my own tournament super like serious in regards to like, oh, just trying to beat everybody, then I would expect the same from everybody else participating. But I don't know if I've already revealed the details of that series yet, or if I'm going to after this video. Probably after this video, I would think, but maybe not. Here we go with stargazing again. He always wants to run faster. It's like, bro, we can't do that, man. We cannot do that. You need to stay back here.
Hey, what are you doing?
Oh no. Now this is the one thing about stargazing that's a little bit of a headache, man. It's like I don't want him running outside of his position, but when this happens, this is what happens. Now he's at the front. Oh gosh, come on, gaze. You see, if I try to slow him down, he doesn't want to slow down. That's actually pretty frustrating, man. Come on. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with them.
They are midway down the backstretch.
I mean, it's ironic. I like this leg type on him, but he would actually be better off running as like a proceeder, because I'm not doing anything. My hand's off the controller. He just wants to run faster. It's like, bro, we cannot do that. And I know his feel is not good, and like I said, those other stats, literally what I was talking about before we started the race, some of those stats are so bad or not good enough. And this is kind of the downside of that, you know?
And they're in the home stretch.
Okay, well, we get last corner leader. Maybe he'll still be strong enough to hold on. This will be incredible if, despite all of that fighting he gave me, he's blowing this field away. Are you kidding me?
Burst of speed.
That's unbelievable. I still don't like the fact that he does that. But my goodness, the fact that that all happened and we blow this field away by 10 lengths. What the F? What the actual F, man? Bro, you are something else, stargazing. It's not the picture I exactly wanted. I forgot the text was going to be. I mean, what was that, 11, 12 lengths? 10. Just at 10. Unfreaking believable. Gotta watch that replay back. It's another win. We are on a roll today. 9 races, 8 wins. 15 furlongs. Is that his first G1? No. This may be a time I actually ask for some advice from you guys. I mean, granted, it depends how long this episode is. I'm not even sure if by the time I get around to seeing it, if I guess it'll you know, make sense in due time. But he wants to run mid to closer, but let's just say mid. He prefers to be at the back of the field, ahead of just a couple of horses from, you know, the closers. Basically where I had him, maybe a little bit further up. That's ideally where he wants to run. Maybe he could run mid-pack, but You know, if the pace is too slow and if he doesn't like how we're going, you see what happens. He gets upset and then he kind of just sends himself to the front. Now in doing that, it creates a little bit of friction with us, but we still won that race by 10 lanes. I mean, he ran as a front runner for the last, 5 furlongs of that race and smoked the field. It's like, does it really matter for me to keep him in his position? You know what I mean? Here he goes right here. This is when I could not get control of him. Do you realize how ridiculous that would look if this was like a real race? It makes it look like I can't control my horse, which, in all honesty, I mean, it is a bit of a struggle because, again, he wants to run faster. He's a horse that needs fast pace okay or slow pace okay or something. Actually, slow pace okay would benefit him because it appears that when the pace is fast, he's fine, and when the pace is too slow, he's irritated, basically. He's a horse that definitely would need slow pace okay, but look how far out we are. I mean, I'm glad, don't get me wrong, I'm glad I have a horse that is that strong that despite not even running him in his preferred position, he can still smoke the field by 10 lanes. And his stamina helps. If he had, instead of 81 stamina, if he had like 60 stamina, we would have lost that race 100%. There's no way he could have held on. You know, that's the importance of having strong stamina-based horses. I mean, he took off. He pulled away. Look at him. He's pulling away from the field. This guy is something else, man. He really is. And I swear, it's not the first race I've won where like he was fighting me half the way. It's out of all my originals I've ever had in a Gallop Racer game, he is the most like I don't know what the word is, to D on everything except spurt and start, which yeah, he's the most polarizing. Is that word appropriate? He's the most polarizing horse because he's extremely strong, honestly. The fact that he can still win like that despite running out of his position and being overeager. He's a really, really strong horse. And I'm starting to think that I might just need to just go with the flow. If he wants to go to the front, I'm just going to let him go to the front because I know we have the stamina to hold it. Like, I tried slowing him down to his position where the game wants him to be, and you see what happened. It's why I always say when I play this game, like, sometimes you gotta adjust, man. You can't just play this game like a Sims character. We've all probably played The Sims, right? You know how Sims, they hop on the computers, and then, I mean, of course, do we know if they're actually programmed to play anything at a certain level? Not really. They can move up, advance to level 2, level 3, improve their video game skill or whatever, but in reality, they're just doing the same thing. Like, I feel like some people try to project that type of gameplay onto me, and it's like, no, I can't play video games like that. I have to adjust. If I just need to let my horse just kind of run where he wants to run, as long as he's not gassing himself out and he's still winning, I'm going to do it. I don't care if the game says he should be running as mid. If he runs better as a front runner, even though it's outside of his position, I'll do it. I don't want to make a habit of that, obviously, but, Yeah, he's a polarizing horse. I mean, what a win. What an awesome win, despite what happened in the race, right? Anyways, Long Live Bolero is up. He had to beat one horse. We've been consistent with this dude. And I still haven't given him tack yet, because I'm just kind of... His stats are not great. He's clearly going to have a sustained growth type. I think he'll peak at around 5.5, maybe 5. The way the chart looks now, maybe not till 6, actually, because Bolero peaked really late. Still don't know what that last ability is. Counterclockwise, not good. Spurt, explosive, and something else. I don't know what those other abilities are. But yeah, his stats are average. I mean, actually, his stats, some of them are not good. Like, the 40s are not good, the 30s aren't good, realistically. Temper could hit 70, Feel could hit 70. Speed and Staying, it looks like they're not going to hit 70, but he's only 3 years old. They could hit 70, the 40s can maybe hit a low 60. 8 furlongs, I'm guessing 8 to 10 for him. I can't see him being an 8 to 11 furlong horse with 45 stam, but we'll see. Alright, let's rock and roll with this guy. Long Live Bolero. long way to go with him, but patience is key.
Are in the gate.
Obviously, I would like to get in rhythm and winning races with him sooner than his peak, but
And the way to go.
and his stats aren't that great right now, so that's going to be a little bit of an uphill battle, but at least I can run him wherever I feel comfortable. He can run Procedure or he can run mid, so there's some flexibility there. And obviously that helps us out a lot with just kind of putting him in the right spot in the right races. Like, I don't necessarily have to put him in the same spot every race, you know. Why am I running him on turf? Isn't he a dirt?
So long to go.
Okay, well we just need to beat one horse. He's fighting strong though. Oh, and ability's got to kick in at this point, doesn't it? Maybe not. Oh, he's fighting really strong. Long live Bolero. Is it going to be a win? I don't know. Probably not. Maybe. There's explosive. Oh, this is going to be a photo finish. Long live Bolero's going to get up there. I think we just nagged that win. If the game is going to give it to me, I have no idea. What a run. Oh, that's us, baby. Let's go. It's another win today. It's another win. Me and my horses are in rhythm together. I'm not even going to say me. It's like us together. The horse, jockey, one fluid motion. Like water. Be like water. That's it, man. The late, great Bruce Lee said it himself. Be like water, man. That's really like my philosophy with life. Be like water. Be able to adjust. Be flexible. You know, to things. Especially like in this situation. We're supposed to finish 12th. What a win for Bolero. I know it's just an open, but that's a solid win. We were supposed to finish second to last. So on this triple header right now, on the last week of October, we're 2 for 2. Can we go 3 for 3 with Diamond playing in the World Mile Cup? Am I worried about any horse in this field? No, not even Golden Monster. And we're the favorite, as we should be. I'm not worried about a single horse. Rough World? Co-favorites. Really? Okay, fair enough, I guess. I mean, that's a good horse. But better than Diamond playing? Or on the same level? Okay. Top 3 goal here for Diamond Plan. You remember what I was talking about earlier with, I think, Golden Boy with like his fast growth type? Diamond Plan is a normal growth type, so he obviously peaks a little bit later than Golden Boy will. But the principle I was talking about still applies. Like if a horse can still have some very high stats, then even after they peak, it's still going to take a while for those high stats to drop into like bad territory. So his 90s, his high 80s, it's still going to take a while before those get to like a bad level of like 70s, 60s, you know what I mean? I mean, speed and staying still being where they're at, braking, response, feel, all of those still being where they're at are really solid right now. So despite the fact that he's been past his peak absence for over a year now, actually. I mean, he peaks at the top of his 3-year-old season and then he's on the decline. So it's almost been a full year since his peak and we're still winning. I mean, this is a race, this is our race to win. So I'm going to keep running Diamond Plan and get as much as I can get done with him. You know what I mean? Now that's the one time I'm going to say that in this video. I don't know how many times I've said it prior to this recording. Because like I said, the last time I played this game was a week ago. So I don't know if I said it in that part. I hope I didn't, but that was recorded before I made my 2003 video saying I'm not going to say it. But that's my one and last time in this video. 100%. Record. Did we win this race last year? I'm sure we probably did, especially as a 3-year-old. We had to.
Are in the gate.
Perfect start. Let's go, baby.
And the way to go. That was a great start.
Yep. Right to the front. Diamond Plan is off to the start here in the World Mile Cup. He set the record last year. Can he repeat history again this year? Who am I looking at? Okay. Broad Hollow wants to challenge for the lead. I'm not doing this today, bro. Who else is running with us? Where is Rough World? The Rough World's way back there. We're on the rough, but I mean, this horse can handle it, so I'm not worried. Diamond Plan running smoothly here. I know we're on the
Okay,
rough, but this horse is
where the
strong
race
enough
is
and
won.
fast enough. I want to keep this inside trip. I do not want to risk getting off of this part of the track. Rough World's got a lot of work to do. See, I can save, I can save, I can save, I can still save. Now we're going to get Diamond Plan rolling now. There's the kick.
Furlongs to go.
Move him off the rough. Now. Okay, Rough World's actually hanging in there with us. We're good. Pull away, Diamond Plan. Pull away. It's another big G1, the World Mile Cup.
We have a winner.
This horse can still do it, man. This horse can still get it done. Let's freaking go. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Diamond Plan, again, wins the same race, I'm pretty sure 2 years in a row, and that's an awesome shot. We're in rhythm, man. We are in rhythm with Diamond Plan. No record this year? Doesn't matter. 134-4 is the final time. We win by 2 lengths. Personal 1. Rough World, second favorite, finish in 3rd. That's what that horse does. That's literally what Diamond Plan does. He wins. He wins. And Pink is happy. Finally. Well, is she? Now I recall, she's still, like, not my best friend. And I don't know why. But that was a huge win. So Diamond Plan is walking away with the sprint GWS, it seems. I mean, we smoked that field. There's not another horse that's as strong as he is right now. I think Stargazing could get to that point in his 4-year-old season next year. Moonbee, actually both of them could get to that point next year. I'm just so happy to finally have like strong horses that I can rely on, and I'm not even thinking about losing. It's like I've kind of forgotten that's even a thing in the game, even though I know it's obviously still in the game, but it's because, like I said, I don't have bad horses anymore. I really don't. Awesome, awesome progress there. I mean, 3 for 3 on the triple header. 3 for 3. I mean, we've won every race in this video so far except for one, which we finished in 2nd. Like, that's... there have been winning streaks like that before in these videos, but I'm just, like I said, I'm just happy to finally be at that point now. And I feel like I've been saying that. I'm like, wait till I get the right horses. I will start winning a lot, but I don't know who really had faith in me, to be honest. I feel like maybe there wasn't as much faith that I was going to be able to follow through with that. But usually if I say I'm going to do something, it will happen at some point. I don't typically say things and then not back my word up, but that's not how I go about things in life. So, Horse of the Year, GWS Turf, and Another World. Yes, so we're working on that GWS Sprint title here for Diamond Plan. I never would have thought he would have... I mean, he's on the verge of being my strongest horse in this game as far as, like, achievements and accomplishments, despite the fact... you know what? Let me rephrase that. He's turning into my best horse in this game for titles. Right? Because I just started title hunting recently. 2003, we've been title hunting for a while, and we've been able to get titles on most of our horses for a while. But this game just started in the last couple of years. So like I said, I mean, his earnings don't look like anything impressive. 7 G1 wins out of 12 starts, but 3 titles already. Like I said, I would like to get as much done with him as I can, honestly. You know, 7 and 9, obviously, he's going to be limited to the sprints only, but that's all he needs, obviously. Let's get him in the China Mile for sure. Obviously, that's a no-brainer. Wait, does that count for the sprint, though? I just thought about it. It has to. Now, what's interesting to me is that it doesn't... Does it tell you what GWS this is for? No. I have to look on my stupid thing, which I don't really feel like doing, but... GWS, alright. Okay, the China Mile is still for the sprint. Alright, I thought it was going to be for the turf, but it's not. That's cool. Alright, so yeah, China Mile. Perfect. I mean, I win that race like every year, so... Diamond Plan, look like he's up for more big stuff. Moontrapper's going to be up today, along with her stablemate Moonbee, who's double S. This guy's turned out to be a lot better than I thought. Not that I had any expectations of him being bad, but double S, I wasn't expecting a King B Pink Gemstone foal to shoot to double S before some of these others, you know? I mean, that's awesome. Obviously, those were two great horses, and I know they're fan favorites of a couple of you guys on the channel, so it's awesome that their foal is really producing good stuff for us. Bolero, we gotta get you in a race, bud. G2 at 18 furlongs? Why? He has 45 stam. There's no way he can handle that race, can he? Absolutely no way. Yeah, I'm not doing that. Like, what is the point? That just sounds like frustration. His turf rating is great, but not. When did I muddy this line, this pedigree to have turf be the primary thing? This was supposed to be a dirt line, and somehow it's turned into turf. But I'm gonna race him on the dirt again. I'm gonna run 9 furlongs here because I want to see what his dirt rating is. That would be nice to know. And oh, last corner leader. Okay, so finally that ability unlocked. So still don't know what that middle one is for auto. I didn't even check if that was a counterclockwise track, so I may have goofed on that. I probably did. But it's good to know last corner leader spurting. Okay. And then stargazing. You know what, bud? We gotta get you in a grade 1, man. A big one. Neptune 9. Can you run 9? Oh, that's perfect. So we can get him in the Neptune or the China Cup, maybe? Or Long Beach Derby. I mean, there's quite a bit, but you know what? I think that China Cup would be a bigger race to win. So we come in with 122 at that race. Long Beach Derby would be 121. And then... yeah, we're just going to stick to the China Cup. That's fine with me. If he wins that may give him a 3-year-old award. Hopefully. Alright, so looking good. Looking good. I'm very happy. Still looking for a broodmare with like crazy stats, but I don't know if she's gonna pop up. Honestly, these are the specials. Just colts. Formal opera. This is Secretariat, right? It is. I hate how like they didn't. Like, why did they mess his tack color up? Like, it's the greatest horse of all time. Closer, front runner, tough, dominator, slow track, not good. And his leg type as closer, like, huh? Did Tecmo just not like Secretariat? Because it seems like they intentionally just completely got several things incorrect, and it's like any horse racing fan knows these things about here, like Secretariat, you know, without even thinking about it. So he's a normal growth type, speed can hit 90, stam 73. Everything else is average, but he's good on turf and dirt. He would be a good sire for either 8 to 12, and that leg type. I think I'm going to buy Secretariat, honestly. I know his name is Formal Opera, but come on, I'm going to call him Secretariat. Your baby has real potential. Well, yeah, your baby is the best horse of all time. I want to throw him into a G1 like immediately, so let's send him to the Canopus. I mean, guys, it's Secretariat, man. Come on, it's freaking Secretariat. I've actually never played with him in this game ever, so this is going to be like a blind playthrough. I like his flexibility. You guys know I'm a huge fan of sires that have pretty good flexibility with like their course setting for turf and dirt, their distance, their leg type especially. I mean, he can virtually run anywhere, really. I can run him as a closer, try to tap into that, or I can run him as a front runner. I mean, we have a lot of boys. You know, we really need some more gals in the mix. I just don't like any of them that are in the market so far. So hopefully, now I think about it, who's hitting the track this year? Well, next year, I mean. Let's go to the pasture. Let's see who's going to be 2 years old next year. Hopefully we start getting, I think 2 of them should be fillies, right? I can't remember. Let's see. So, oh, we have to name some of these. Silent Speaker. No, I did keep the horse's name like that, right? Yeah. Okay. So everybody's names are actually fine. So Silent Speaker, Colt, filly. Okay, 3 fillies next year. Thank you. I knew we had girls on the way, but I didn't remember if it was this crop or the next one. Awesome. So Silent Speaker. That horse could be hit or miss. No expectations from Desert Derby out of Irish Fleet. Blues Breeze and Lee's Gold. This horse should be very quick. Toxic Blonde. She should be an absolute sprinting. Well, I can't come up with anything witty. So she's gonna be fast, I believe. Obviously, Lee's Gold has proven she can give us very fast foals and horses. Look at Golden Boy, right? And Blues Breeze, obviously the same deal. So she's going to have a little bit of a temper, though. It's a little bit concerning. But she should have speed and guts. And if she has that, she's going to be an awesome sprinter, Toxic Blonde. And that name is growing on me now. I didn't like it initially, but I think considering how fast she's going to be and also considering she may not be the calmest, it's actually quite fitting. She's beautiful. She's got the high sock on her left front. I'm loving that I'm getting so many foals with the high sock somewhere. Like 3 out of these 4 have high socks. Cattail here. 5-star Calm. From Western Tiger out of Swab Buster. Brother of Flying Cowboy? Sister of Flying Cowboy? If I'm not mistaken. And then Tigress of Stone. Solid all the way around. Yep. So, Cattail is the sister of Flying Cowboy. Younger sister of her older brother Flying Cowboy. And Flying Cowboy's first foal here, I think, or second, is Tigress of Stone, with him out of Pink Gemstone, who I think has proven to be good. And you look at the pedigree, this is going to be a really strong family. I mean, there's not a truly weak horse in that family. And I think I talked about that earlier. So, yeah, I'm really excited. I'm excited to get some of these families going. 3 and 4 generations deep finally. Lee's Cowboy from Flying Cowboy out of Lee's Gold. This should be a really, really strong colt. Really fast. He's got Western Tiger in there. He's got Suave Buster. This horse should be very, very fast and very willing to make things good. And Vivid Legend's first foal. It's going to be a colt. Vivid Gemstone here. And you see the pedigree, at least on the mother's side, Pink Gemstone from Arctic Crop out of Night Breeze. So, like I said, I don't think we have any bad lines going right now. I'm still trying to figure out the best ones to use. And keep in mind, I think we have 6 foals coming this year. Or next year. Yeah, we have 6 foals coming. 3 from Vivid Legend. We did Vivid Legend and Chasing Hearts, Vivid Legend and Pink Gemstone, and Irish Fleet. So, Vivid Legend and Chasing Hearts. So excited for that foal. Cowboy and Lee's Gold will have another one. Blues Breeze and Fiery Dancer is just kind of interesting. And Autumn and Cowboy. Oh, Cowboy will have 2. Okay. 6 foals coming next year. Like, it is getting busy at the HRG stables. No pun intended. It is getting very busy, but in a good way. There's so much now that, like I said, I've redefined my breeding, structure and my mindset with the horses that I want to run with. I feel like it's made things a lot more exciting in this series and in this game right now. Finally. Lemonade is awesome, man. Moon Trapper is up. Our G2 queen. Like I said, I'm going to keep running her until she can't win G2s. And then if that starts to happen, I'm going to run her in G3s. And then the second she stops winning G3s, that's when I'll officially retire her. So I'm going to keep her as long as I can. If that means till she's 9 years old in this game, or 8, whatever, then that's how long she's going to stay around. I'm really curious what her eval and everything else will be if she only does G2s. Fast growth type. I wonder if that needle or that line is going to drop really fast, or if it's going to be a subtle drop. If it's a subtle drop, she can really race for a long time. She's from Desert Diver out of Aunt B. She's a strong filly. Like I said, I didn't want to do G1s with her personally, but she's definitely a strong gal, so I think she's capable of still racing, at least at the minimum, until she's 6 years old. Like I said, I don't want to use her for breeding, so I have nothing to lose by putting her in these G2s.
In the gate.
And I don't expect I'll do bad. We've been extremely consistent with her. I haven't had many bad races with her, so I'm not worried about losing her or anything bad happening like that, honestly. She just didn't have stats I wanted to use as a broodmare for breeding. That's literally it. If she did, we'd be having a different conversation. But this is fun. I mean, this is something I can do that doesn't really have any real pressure added to it, because it's like I'm just putting her in G2s and I'm just trying to win as many as I can, you know. And then, like I said, once that starts to become a little bit more difficult, I'll just run her in G3s, because I really do want to see like what the game will give her. And then at that point, I mean, I still would have space. I mean, to say that twice, but I would, you know, we can still breed her if we wanted to, honestly.
And they're in the home stretch.
Oh, Rebel, but it's fine. And we can still breed her if we want to, just to see, like, okay, she just won G2s. Maybe that'll stack up decently with the right sire. Come on, hold on, Moon Trapper. I did the best I could. There's nothing I can do against that favorite. She's gonna finish. Maybe third. Yep. She finished where she was supposed to, so. It's actually, it's 2 back-to-back G2s, so she didn't actually win them. So maybe? But, I mean, you see our evals. We're getting such good, you know, good recordings with her. So it's like, I don't know. Maybe do I drop her to G3s? I swear she had a handicap when I was considering doing that. Like, they still consider her too strong to be in G3s on a consistent basis. So it's like, it's kind of a weird spot with her. I need to win some G2s, but we dropped the last 2. Anyways, Moonbee, this guy is up in the Osaka Sprint on the dirt. It is 6 furlongs, and the favorite is Roman Fact. Moonbee, he's only 3 years old. How old is Roman Fact? Is that horse our age? Or 6 years old, really? They're saying this guy's stronger than Moonbee. Moon's strong, man. I mean, he's decent. That temper is ugly, and the feel is not great. You know, response is not the best, but outside of those, and I would say really outside of the temper and the feel, he's pretty solid. I mean, the response could be higher, obviously, so I have to get him going a lot sooner. Still don't know what his latent ability is, which is so aggravating. In post, okay. We have post position 9, though, so, but whatever. Dirt rating is okay. I think I just wanted to put him in this race just because. I don't think there was really any serious motives behind it. Excuse me.
It's a beautiful night for racing.
All right, Moon, let's see what you got, brother. Let's see what you got, man. He's got an okay dirt rating, so that's a little bit higher than the average horse's dirt rating in this game. That's not like that's not a legitimate dirt horse like City Ruler or something. Like, okay, dirt rating is not bad, considering.
And nowhere to go.
We're off in the Osaka Sprint. So it's actually a good start here for Moon. And I'm going to see how this field kind of adjusts, but yeah, this is a really good start, honestly. Still, last corner leader, I swear I've tapped into that before. That can't be his ability, can it? Slow down, bud. Slow down, please. Slow down just a little bit. And no Revo, obviously, but I knew that was going to happen when I tried to slow him down a lot. What is your latent ability, dude?
And they're in the home stretch.
Okay. I don't know how this is going to work. Now, if he had an ability that he could tap into, that would help. But, like, I don't know what that is. And that wasn't the greatest time spurt at all. Stretch burst, that's what it is. Are you kidding me? The game is telling me I haven't tapped into that since I've been racing with him. I call BS. I call BS. We've had several races like that in that position where that ability is supposed to be activated. We finished second. I mean, we finished fourth. We were supposed to finish second. But at least I know what his ability is. Stretch burst. Fire Magic is up. I almost forgot about this horse. Supposed to finish 6th in the Capella. Fire Magic. You are from Regal Soul and Pink Gemstone. Okay. Grit. 70 Heart. Alright, let's see what you're made of, brother. Yeah, that was not a good spurt there with Moonbee. I mean, that was my worst grade in that race anyway, so...
The horses are on the track.
At least I know stretch burst is his latent ability. That's so stupid. I'm positive I have done what I've needed to do to tap into that. The game is saying that. Whatever. I don't care. About whether or not the game is, I think I did. It's fine. Yeah, obviously wasn't happy with that result. We should have finished second. We really could have won that race. I mean, he wasn't that far off from the favorite in terms of the odds.
Are in the gate.
It's a bummer, but I had to figure that out. And he's not a dirt horse anyway. So
that was a beautiful start.
I'm not going to make a habit of running him on the dirt just consistently. I know I wanted to do that to see what he could do. But since he is a turf horse, and since he's still doing way better than I really expected, and yeah, he's doing very, very well considering Double S. I want to keep that momentum, so I definitely want to keep winning with him. So that dirt race, it's not going to be a regular thing. We get every blue moon, maybe put him in this dirt race if we have like nothing to do, but it's a big what if.
Okay, this is where the race is won.
Alright, so we're in a good position here with
and they're in the home stretch.
2 7s. Okay. No Revo, but we had to kick away right then and there. Is this stam going to drop really quickly? Still fighting strong as Fire Magic. I mean, if we can finish on the podium here, that'd be great. Come on, Fire Magic. Hold in there, bud. We're fighting really strong today. Really strong. Really, really strong.
Show your guts. Finish.
He's going to finish 4th. I mean, he was supposed to finish 6th, so that's not bad, man. It's actually a pretty solid effort there from Fire Magic in that Capella as a 2-year-old, right? That is a pretty darn good effort from him, so I'm not upset at all. We're 3-year-olds. No, Fire Magic's only 2, right? I should know these things, but I don't. Fire Magic is 2, like I said. Alright guys, taking a quick break and I'll be right back. Alright guys, back from the intermission. I really acquired formal Fire Magic. Yeah, you're only 2 years old. Let's run you in your... Well, actually, hold on. Who else is 2? Oh, just you and Butterfly Effect. Okay. She's in the G3 Fantasy. That's fine. So yeah, we're going to run you in the Young Crown Cup, dude. I think you've earned that for sure. 3 starts, 2 wins, except for that Capella, which he finished 4th. So, and that's against tougher competition. Southpaw. I really got to pay attention to these things. In fact, you know, let me write them down now because I swear I'm still kind of forgetting. I have a lot of horses that are Southpaws, to be honest. And who are they getting that from? Like, they're all from different parents. Did I really just have that many horses with the same ability? Or it could be somewhere in their family as well. But let's see. Moontrapper, Southpaw. So that means this way. Don't know what you have. Counterclockwise not good for stargazing. CC not good. So that means okay. Yeah, Long Live Bolero too. Completely different parents. What are the odds of that? Like, do they have any common, you know, like ancestor or something as far as like a sire or dam? Because the fact that they both have inherited that is like, come on, bro. I mean, really, I just need to make sure I'm more mindful of it. It's not that big of a deal, but it's still a little bit annoying. Because like when it comes to the later lines and trying to win some of those bigger and harder titles, like, we're going to need a horse that can run on any track. I don't want to be limited with my horses, you know, in any way. Okay, gosh, we have a lot of... Actually, all my courses are pretty much southpaws, it appears. That's so interesting. I mean, half of them are. Now, Moonbeam, we gotta get you into the race. And where are we going for with you? 10, 8, and 6. Oh yeah, he does need a win on the dirt for the title. That makes sense. There was a reason. I'm thinking I'm just being a goofball, but no, Eric actually had a plan. But there's no more dirt races for him, right? Tokyo Cup. Yeah, Tokyo Cup, I guess. That's it. Well, we're trying to, I mean, I would love... He doesn't have a title, does he? Yeah, no titles, so that's... I mean, in all honesty, I could still get him... Well, how many grade ones does he have? Only 3, yeah. This is the closest title he can get, so it's kind of like win or go home, really. Now, him as a sire, that temper... you guys know how I feel about the bad-tempered horses. Like, some of them, they get a pass because they're so strong. It kind of makes up for it. But if they're not super strong, then it's like, ugh. 18 furlong G2. Like, why? Why do they want me to run in this race? I don't understand. I'm not willing to take that chance. Now, if I run... So I can drop her in a grade 3. She'll have a handicap, but whatever. Yeah, I really don't understand why they want me to run in that grade 2 so bad. It's 18 furlongs, and the best horse I could have for that really is Stargazing at this point, and he has no point to run in that. Okay, everybody's good. We have a lot of horses, and I think there's more coming next year, and I'm not retiring any of them. Like, none of them need to be retired next year. That's the crazy thing. I never thought I would get to this point. And I've expressed how I don't like having too many horses. I'm still not a huge fan of it now, but they're all pretty fun horses to ride. So it does make it a lot easier to manage when they're all easy to ride. If a couple of them were like serious headaches where it was like hurting our performance, that'd be a different story. But like, we're doing well with everybody right now, honestly. There's not one horse that I'm doing like bad with. Butterfly Effect. She's up against the gals here in the Fantasy Stakes. It's a grade 3. And San Francisco, and she is the favorite. I haven't given her any tack yet. She is a front runner, 84 power, 60s in those. Okay. Yeah, we need to give her some tack, don't we? I have an idea what I want to do. Yeah, I definitely have an idea. Okay, so it was a good start. For a Butterfly Effect. I can't remember if she's won a race yet. Let's see. Oh yeah, she has. Okay. So yeah, should have been giving her attack by now. Solo. Okay. I haven't had a horse with that ability in like ages. Well, that's very good to know. I just need to have her pretty much in the lead, at least by a comfortable 2 lengths minimum. That's an easy ability to tap into. Let's go, my girl. Let's go. And last corner leader. Oh, come on. Don't struggle with this 2 horse. Don't struggle with the 2 horse. Don't struggle with the 2. No disrespect to the 2. Who is H and Emblem, the second favorite. But come on. You were stronger than that horse. Put it away. There's our girl. There's our girl, Butterfly Effect. But you know what? Hats off to the 2. Horse did not leave us alone at all. So solo and last corner leader? Those are two really good abilities to have back to back, honestly. Feel free to think otherwise, but those abilities go so hand in hand. Wow. Lone Runner. I don't even know if I've actually gotten that in this game. That's different. That's new for me. I'm not saying it's some super rare thing. I don't think it is, at least if you run on front runners a lot, which you guys know I'm not a huge fan of. Secretariat's up. Heavy favorite here in the Canopus. Nobody here is a challenge. Green. Like, yeah, Tecmo definitely must have had something against, like, horses like Secretariat and whomever else. Like, they got skip away rights. It ain't ruler, but they gave this dude just wrong color and wrong leg type. Like, what? So weird. That's so weird. It really is. Oh, the great Secretariat. Will we ever get a horse like him again? I certainly hope so. I mean, as great as Secretariat is, arguably the best racehorse thoroughbred of all time, at least. Wouldn't you love to see another horse be better than him in your lifetime? Wouldn't you love to witness that? Think about the people that got to witness Secretariat. Maybe some of you even listening have, if you're obviously old enough. I would love to see another Secretariat happen in my lifetime. That would be such a special thing. And, you know, with today's technology and today's equipment, like, those memories can be saved in even higher detail. Obviously, the old Secretariat races, especially that Triple Crown, they've done their best to remaster it, but it was still, you know, they can't go back and record it in 4K, you know what I mean? So, I'm saying all that just to say, like, a horse that could become the new Secretariat in today's timeline would be freaking amazing. You know what I mean? And I'm sure they would do even more to put documentaries and footage out there to obviously, you know, really staple that in history. I mean, who would you guys consider like the closest thoroughbred to Secretariat in terms of track success, you know, and other stuff? Triple Crown, I would say a Triple Crown winner would probably have to be up there. Obviously, you have American Pharaoh and Justify. I think Justify was close. I think as far as like recent horses, I think Justify, for what he was able to achieve in that Triple Crown and just his overall strength, I think he was pretty close. Look at this dude's stamina. It hasn't even moved. That's unbelievable. I don't even know where to run him because he can run like anywhere. I just kind of ran him where I felt comfortable, and he's just, this is Secretariat digging away. I would say Justify was pretty close, honestly. Man, what a horse Justify was, honestly. When you think about it, but wow. I wouldn't even consider that like a really great race. I felt like I ran that kind of sloppily just because I didn't even know where he should be because he can really run anywhere. But, excuse me, the main point is we got the win, which is all that matters, so who freaking cares, right? Double S on the spurt, apparently. Ah, man, we have a lot of good horses right now. We really do. We have a lot of good stuff going with a lot of good horses. I am a pretty happy guy, I'm not going to lie. Alright, let's go, baby. So, butterfly effect. We need you in another... Actually, we're going to hit your attack here in a second. I would like for He's Stargazing to hit double S and Silver Bullet. Alright, so let's do Formal Opera. Secretariat. Yeah, Pink is still like normal relationship with us. That's insane. I've been dominating with all of her horses. Talk about just not being satisfied. My goodness. So I'm wondering if I should run him in the Sunrise or run him in the Jupiter. I'm going to run him in the Sunrise, honestly. See how he handles the dirt. Now, butterfly effect. Let's get your tack. Well, let me put you in a race before I forget. Philly Cup, of course. Alright, now let's do your tack. I know exactly what I want to do. Well, I kind of already knew before we even got to this point. I think I was going to do this hood, yeah. So all blue, baby. Blinkers, of course. These colors don't even go with our uni. But the white, well, let's just keep that simple. I think the backs are just... I wanted to kind of keep this theme throughout. But you know what, actually? How would this look? The blue with the red? Blue and orange. That's actually pretty much what I wanted for him. So there's butterfly effect. So yeah, she's looking good. Everybody's looking good, honestly. Like, nobody's doing bad. Okay, Moon, you're good. Bolero, you're good. Stargazing, yep. Moon. I put everybody in a race, okay. Thought I missed somebody. No? It's the only thing with so many horses. Sometimes I do just forget that quickly. Alright. Actually, let me check the first... Oops. Okay. Still nothing. Still need that Super Broodmare. Like, stats all in the 80s and higher, ideally. Golden Boy's up again. Favorite in the grade 2. Really need to be running him in grade 1s. I don't know why I haven't yet. Maybe after this race we can get him in a grade 1 before the end of the year, but I'm not sure. Maybe we won't. Nine to 12. Where are his other stats? Like, we've done well with him since debut, and like, there's half of them should be revealed by now. That's so strange. Last corner leader and question mark. I have no idea. Whatever, man. Whatever, dude. Do. Tender value with the record. Imagine Golden Boy actually beats the record today if we get this win, as we should. That'd be... That would tell you how fast he is, but Tender Value is an extremely fast horse, so I don't think that's going to happen. But we don't know. I mean, my horses are getting much faster in this game, so I guess we're not too far off from beating some records from some of the best horses, realistically. Like, speed is the easiest thing to breed for and to duplicate, really. And I've always had speed in all of my series at some point. Gallop 2001 is still taking me a bit of time to really get that speed I want, but every other series it didn't take too long. Okay, we gotta kick away now. Let's go. Golden Boy. Can't feel his speed much from this point because like he's already in the lead. I think it's easier to feel that type of speed on like a closer or a horse that has to do a lot of overtaking. I mean, he's still going to dominate and win this by at least half a dozen lengths. Easy, with still plenty left in the tank at the end. Golden Boy continues to win. You just need to step him up now to the grade 1 level. He's clearly too good for this. Let's go, baby. Golden Boy looking absolutely fantastic out there, man. Hollywood Golden Boy. D on the positioning, I mean, who cares? Honestly, who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? I don't. Alright. Another good win. Alright, let's see if I can get him in a grade 1 before I end up forgetting, which I seem to do. Did somebody's letter change? No. Just kind of everybody's just blending in now with S's and C's and S. Golden Boy. All right. 87 power. That's fantastic. I still didn't even tap into last quarter leader. Yeah, Honest Pegasus leaves gold. Super strong, man. Super strong. Considering those horses didn't like overachieve, they pretty much did what we expected. Maybe a little bit more, but nothing, you know, beyond that. Their foals are turning out really strong. Wait, who's in the Young Crown Cup? Stargazing? No, Fire Magic is. I kind of wish I had Golden Boy in there, to be honest, but you can't scratch horses in this game. Like, that's so stupid. You're not a dirt horse. Should I run him on the dirt? He's 5 for 5. I really don't want to mess up his winning streak, to be honest. Yeah, I would rather not run him on the dirt just for the sake of it. I don't think we benefit in that. Now, grade 3. 10 furlongs, yeah, let's test him a bit. Because, I mean, I don't want to run him in that dirt G1, 8.5, just for the heck of it. I'd rather just keep winning with him until I can put him in the right races. And he's not a dirt horse, so he's not somebody I want to mess that up with. Because his stats are already looking pretty strong. He's got a leg type I can work with. Could be another strong sire for us, man, you know. Speaking of Moontrapper, what are you at? Only 8 wins. I feel like I've raced her so many more times. It's been 20 times. Oh, wow. When's the last time you've actually won a G2? Maybe longer than I thought? She hasn't won a grade 2 since May. So she's been 0 for 3. Okay, so yeah. Grade 3s, I guess. Sure. Yeah, I want to earn... I mean, she needs to earn over 100k. She needs close to 20. It's my goal. If I have to get that in G3s, I'll get that in G3s. And if I have to get it in opens, maybe I just do it in opens. Gotta get it done however I gotta get it done. Cannot be picky. Cannot and I will not be picky. Alright, General Reason is up. Second favorite in the Mile Champ Cup. Gotta start getting some G1 wins with him for sure. Or at least some big G2 wins. I mean, G1s would be preferable, but if I can put him in the more higher state, higher value grade 2s, and I think that would suffice as well. Who's the favorite? Ancient Sun. It's a tough field. I mean, 14 horses, full deck, but 8 out of 14 could realistically win this race if they run it right. So this is pretty wide open, but I think this is our race to win with General Reason. Yeah, alright. Let's rock and roll. What an episode. Hopefully you guys are enjoying. I'm not just enjoying it because we're winning, but because like none of my horses are bad. Like that's the best feeling for me. To know that like I don't have a bad horse anymore. A horse that's not going to frustrate me. On top of frustrations I may already be going through with the game, which in this episode I can't say we've had too many. Stargazing has technically been the most frustrating because he just can't deal with a slow pace clearly, and his feel is not great. And we still blew the field out by 10 lengths in that race. Like that's literally like the only really bad thing that's happened in this episode so far, and that's not even that bad. Like I said, I just realized I'm just gonna kind of have to be more flexible with him. I've been trying to control him and slow him down a bit more. Clearly he's strong enough to still run wherever he runs and finish well, so I just need to be flexible. I know the game is going to be like, oh, Dion positioning because he's a mid and you need to run him as, you know, I mean, or the game will say you ran him as a front runner, but he's a mid. Like, yes, I will get antagonized with that, but as long as we're winning, like, they're not going to take the horse away from me.
This is where the race is won.
So, honestly, like, I'm going to run him wherever he sees fit. I'm not going to fight with him too much. It seems like every time I do that, it's a waste of time. We end up winning the race anyway, so it's like I might as well just let him do what he wants.
And they're in the home stretch.
Okay, General. feel like I started that too late. Oh, persistency. Okay, but like, is that gonna do anything now? I feel like the field's gonna swallow us up. And there they go. Oh, General, man. I gotta say, I feel like I've had to eat my words with this horse a bit. Not that I'm regretting getting him, but I expected to be doing way better at this point. Bad spurt, yeah. I wonder if was I supposed to start later or sooner? Oh no, I think I started too late, right? Ugh, we could have won that race. That stings. I don't know. I mean, General, we gotta figure it out with you, dude. Winner GP, 58 stam. I mean, I don't really think you have the endurance for that. It's like, are we gonna win it? It's probably not. China Vase, that's gonna be tough. The sprint. Let's try him out in the sprint, because you know what? We may not have great odds, which will take the pressure off of me. Nobody else is running in that race. I might as well put him in there. Yeah, that wasn't a good race, but Spurt messed that up clearly. I think I went too late, honestly. I definitely needed to get going sooner. He didn't tire out. It just seemed like the rest of the field just had too much momentum. Despite the fact that I tapped into persistency, like it did not matter at all. They just absolutely went past us. Silver Bullet, we haven't raced with this guy. Have we even raced with him in this episode? I don't know. Seventh favorite here, though, in the Independents. 49 stam. That's so bad. That's what I mean. I need a super broodmare, because some of these boys, as good as they are, some of their stats are awful, and it's like, I don't want those stats in foals. You know, I don't want a foal being born with like 49 stam. Definitely not stamina. You guys, I'm over this. I'm over bad stamina. Like, I'm breeding it out now, to some extent. So, like, him as a sire, he can only work with a broodmare that has double S stam, like or at least S at the minimum. That'll average his stamina out to some extent, but any horse that doesn't have S or double S, this dude is just gonna have to just kind of chill for a bit. It's 49, man. That is no bueno. And who does he get that from? His father? Nah, he has to get that from his mother, right? Suave? No, maybe it is from It's a Ghost. I don't think It's a Ghost had terrible stamina, but maybe he did. I could be just completely misremembering. So the grandson of Sedate Ruler here. I mean, I want to keep this pedigree alive. Sedate Ruler didn't really work out as a sire, but maybe his offspring, his future generations can. And I think Silver Bullet can be the first start to that. But again, I got to get him with the right, with the right lady, so to speak. Otherwise, horses from him are just going to have it's going to be going backwards, and I can't do that. I want to keep this horse, Sedate Ruler, that pedigree alive. But, like, we gotta have a super broodmare for this dude. Nothing less than that. 2 7s, okay. Wait, don't go too fast, don't go too fast. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Revolution. Is that game over? It's gotta be game over. Let's go, baby. Oh, the 3 is coming, though. Maybe it's not. Oh, the 3 is the 3 really just gonna smoke me even on a Revo? Oh, that's whack. And the 12 was gonna get past as well. Oh, he's tired though. You know, it's a great effort. But there's the stamina. There's the 49 stamina coming to bite you in the butt, man. That is what I do not want. That horse has 60 stamina. We're winning that race. Everybody watching this video knows that. Dion the Spurt, yeah, sure, whatever. That horse has 62 stamina at the minimum. We're winning that race. Horse lost the race because he just couldn't handle it. Dude, I'm not going to that stupid thing. No. Did I turn that off? Did I not? Silver, man. That's 49 stam, guys. That's not going to help. It's really not. That was 10.5, though. That was pushing it. That was pushing it. Like, his max distance still isn't showing. I'm just going to, like, run him under... I might need to run him 7 to 9, honestly. I may need to run him 7 to 9 tops. Kyoto, like, I want to run him in that, but, I mean... You saw what happened there. I gotta put him in a race relatively soon, because then the AI will book him in some stupid race I don't even want him in, and I hate when they do that. They should give you a longer time. I feel like they give you like maybe a month or two, and then they'll put your horse in a race. For me, sometimes it's happening in under 2 months. I'm gonna put him in a grade 3. I don't want to, you know, mess anything up with him. But gosh, that stamina is so bad, man. 9 wins out of 17 starts, 4 grade 1s. I mean, ugh. That stam is horrific. It's absolutely horrific. It's like, why would you want that? I wouldn't. You guys wouldn't. Stam is awful. Awful, awful, awful. That's the only thing holding him back. Anyways, Butterfly Effect. She is up in the Philly Cup. We got her new tack on her, so we're going to go ahead and look at her track side, well, paddock side, and watch her baby roll to victory. Ancient Emblems in this field again. I'm not worried. There she is, the beautiful Butterfly Effect. She's something to behold, and she's a special horse of mine. 85 power is fantastic, and the stats we see so far are already in the 60s. Now, she's going to have a fast growth type. I can already tell by that chart. Which is fine. I mean, I'm really not upset about that, because sooner we can maybe retire her. If her stats are all good, she could begin building. She could be the first line in building that super broodmare. If her stats are all pretty consistent like that. You know? And Solo Runner and Last Corner Leader, those are 2 bang-bang abilities to use in cooperation with one another. So, yeah, I think I can do very well here with Butterfly Effect.
The horses are on the track.
Technically, she should be a much, much stronger Pink Gemstone. If you guys remember Pink Gemstone, this girl should be much, much stronger than that. So let's see, shall we? It's the Philly Cup, and she's running against the other 2-year-old gals.
The horses are in the gate.
Almost perfect start. We need that. Especially from post position 11. The 2 got out to a rocket start. My gosh. We're going to have to challenge for that lead, though. Yeah, it looks like we're going to win that over, maybe? No. 12 wants to run with us. And that's not an Ancient Emblem. Who is that? Visible Punch, 3rd favorite. Okay. Respectable. If that was a long shot, I was going to be like, why are you running with me? But you actually have a chance to win, so that's fine. No Revo. That's okay. Okay, drop her back quite a bit. Yeah, I wonder, her stamina already looks pretty high, which is a good sign. Is her stam going to go all the way up to max?
This is where the race is won.
No, that's where she taps out. Okay, it's not terrible. Solo. So I just need her 2 lengths or more ahead, and that ability will happen. That's awesome. And Last Corner Leader, like, I just need to make sure that she's rolling before these fools start to.
And they're in the home stretch.
Come on. Ah, she's got this in the bag. Butterfly Effect. Winning the Philly Cup. Her first grade 1 as a 2-year-old. She's going to dominate the other gals here. And it's no questions asked for Butterfly Girl. Let's go, baby. I sense a stronger pink gemstone. Let's go. That's an awesome win for Butterfly Effect. Fantastic stuff. Let's get it. She gets it done. She wins the Philly Cup. That's her first grade 1 at 8 furlongs. We'll take it. She wins by 6 lanes. Easy victory. Easy victory. Good score for the Butterfly. From Western Tiger out of Irish Fleet, mind you. So like I said, that's a really strong horse you're talking about. Oh, Turner, shut up, bro. Why did Tecmo ever put that in this game? It's such an annoyingly obnoxious thing to have to deal with every time you go on a winning streak. It's seriously dumb. Like, bro, just do better if that's the case, I guess. Like, just, like, riding favorites. Like, I've bred my horses to be this good for a reason now. Like, what are you talking about? There's going to be no grade 1s for her in the beginning of the year, but I could give her quite a bit of a layoff. But honestly, she's so strong. I want to win I want to win as much as I can with her. We'll run her in that grade 3. She needs that. 3 wins at 5 starts, 1 grade 1. She's won her last 3 from what I can see. 72 speed. Still don't know what her 3rd latent ability is. It's probably something like Stretch Burst, or I would imagine a Stretch Burst, but I don't think I'm going to tap into it if we keep winning like this. So yeah, we have how many more races we have? So 5. 6. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, let's close this out. No, thank you, Collins. See you at the track. Is Collins, like, really good in anybody's game? Like, I always wonder, like, which jockeys in your game are, like, usually the better ones that you have to race against. Like, Collins is such an afterthought for me in this game. Like, I sometimes, until he talks to me, I completely forget, like, he's even there. Thompson's in this race. Newman is. Dean. Fire Magic in the Young Crown Cup. Expected to finish 3rd. Well, Fire Magic, eyes are on you, my boy. No expectations with this guy. I mean, he should be decent, obviously, from Regal Soul out of Pink Gemstone. I don't like that response rating. I don't like the toughness. But if his other stats are, like, better than I think, he could be somebody worth working with, I should say. But as a sire, I'm not sure with this guy. Like, I did an experimental breeding with Regal just to see, because I'm like, I didn't expect to breed with him long anyways. But I still have him around, don't I? I don't think I intended to breed with him too long. So this guy is just kind of like, okay, let's see what he does. If he overachieves, then maybe if Regal Soul is still around, we'll use him. If not, then we'll, use this guy. Well, it's a good start here for Fire Magic. Let's just make sure we get him to the front a little bit. Let's make sure we really just got to get him right behind the leader. He should be okay. Keeping him off the rough, though. Keeping him off the rough. Keeping him off the rough. La 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 la. We're off to the leader in this. Okay, I'm done. But keeping off the rough does sound like it would have came out during that time, doesn't it? If it was like sung obviously in that type of tone and delivery, but I don't know how this is gonna go. We're supposed to finish 3rd. Obviously, I prefer to finish higher than that. 2 7s though. Maybe we'll get a Rebo. Let's go, my boy. Late Revolution. Okay, no Rebo for Fire Magic. We're kicking away though. X Factor's still there on the inside. X Factor might get us unless we tap into something here, but that's gonna be it. Oops, forgot not to whip at the end. Oh, he's going to drop down. I keep forgetting when they're already out of stamina, you can't whip again. That's my fault. That's my fault. Otherwise, I think we were going to finish third anyways. So, yeah, like I said, no expectations with Fire Magic. You know, I just wanted to see if maybe a Regal Soul Foal could be, like I said, a gem. But if he just turns out just to be an average horse that we can win a couple of grade ones with, you know, that, I mean, it is what it is. I won't be upset about that. Long Live Bolero. No expectations here. I can do whatever I want. I'm not going to give him tack yet because, like, until I feel like he can start winning regularly, I'm just going to kind of keep him under the radar for now. People won't even notice him. You know what I mean? If this is like a real horse at a real track, people wouldn't notice him as like, oh, that's Great Bolero's, you know, whatever. Unless they actively followed the Great Bolero lineage and, you know, pedigree, then that's a different story. But the average fan wouldn't think twice. Now, once I put the Great Bolero colors back on him, hood, bandages, everything, then that trademark will kind of become more noticeable, right? If you were to go to a track, you'd be like, oh, those are like the colors of like the Great Bolero. Then you would probably assume this is a horse related to that horse. But until he gets to that point, I'm just going to keep him kind of bare bones right now. We're not going to put anything on him yet.
They are midway down the backstretch. Okay, this is where the race is won.
So, like I said, no expectations in this race because like we're supposed to finish last, so I can literally do whatever I want. 2 7s. He does have last corner leader though, doesn't he? Come on, dude, kick!
2 furlongs to go.
I was trying to get him to kick. He does have last corner leader, right? Yes, he does. I don't know if that's going to help us to the win, but he's... Hey, let's give some props to Long Live Bolero. He's well off. I mean, he's far off from his peak, and he is still finding a way to win horse races that he's not meant to win. I think that's a pretty good sign. Once this dude hits his peak, we could have another Great Bolero on our hands. Like, we really could. It's another good win for Long Live Bolero. So, the Great Bolero dirt pedigree, I mean, it's there. It's definitely there, man, for sure. I know that's just an open, but that's a good thing. Like I said, he's a late developing horse, sustained at the minimum. So, if he can start winning now as a 3-year-old, that's a good sign. Usually, I don't have that early of a success with those type of horses in this game. Even in 2003, I don't really start winning until their 4-year-old season. So he's already got a couple of wins under his belt. Moon Trapper, she is the favorite in this grade 3. It's 10 furlongs, so let's kind of get this done. And this may be what I need to do with her. Honestly, keep her away from the grade 2s. Just kind of stack her in grade 3s, you know. And you know what? In all honesty, a lot of races for like a award at the end of the year, they still do require quite a number of grade 3s. So it's like she could still end up trying, she could still get an award if I put her on the path. Like, she'll be a 5-year-old mare next year. I might consider having her chase. I should have been doing that with her, to be honest. I don't know why I wasn't, but I feel like there's not as many. I feel like there's a lot of grade 3s on a certain path. I just don't remember what. In fact, let me look right now. Which path has a lot of grade 3s for 4-year-olds? 4-year-old short. Like if I were running her in the sprints and the dirt. No, next year is a 5-year-old. I'm not sure what's really going to be available for her. Well, 4-year-old's an up actually, so you keep her. This would be turf, or this would be mid-long or short. I don't know. 10 furlongs. Okay, so 5 to 8 is considered short. Okay.
They are midway down the backstretch.
Yeah, I really could have had her going after one of those awards this year, but it's fine. I'll do that next year. No grade 1s. I don't want to have a headache with that, but I'll just do whichever classification or whatever award requires more grade 3s, and I'm just going to stick her in those and see how she does. You know, see if she can win so many grade 3s without any grade 1s, because she's still winning, you know, win an award, basically. Hey, Moon, let's go, baby. Let's go. Okay, good grind. Good grind. Put the field away. Very good, very good, very good. Stay strong, stay strong. Horse got held up. Not my problem. We're gonna get nagged. I don't know if she held on there. I don't know if she held on. I think we just... Maybe she did? Wow. Lucky, 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 lucky. That was way too close. Way too close. But she gets a grade 3 win. Good. Let's keep that going. But I made that a lot closer than it certainly needed to be. But nonetheless, she gets the win and was almost a perfect race, actually. So, alright guys. So, Formal Opera, aka Secretariat. It's up in the Kyoto. And the favorite on the dirt. Best Hunter is the next best horse. That is really sad. And obviously I have nothing against the Best Hunter. I used him. He was one of our first sires in 2003 of Gallop Racer, or the 2003 Gallop Racer game, is what I was trying to say. So I respect that horse, but the fact that he's the second favorite in this field to Formal Opera just shows you the huge gap between.
The horses are on the track.
I mean, why did they give him green? That's actually gonna bug me so much. It's always bugged me since I've known about it for a while. But now that I'm actually racing with him, it's just gonna bother me every time I see him on the track. I'm like, why did they make his colors green? It's blue, bro. That was so intentional. There's no way that was by accident. And if that's the case, it's like, what is the problem with Secretariat? Is it just because he's an American racehorse? Would they have done that if he was like a Japanese racehorse? I'm just curious. Because, like, how do you blatantly get the color wrong unless you programmed it, unless it was like an actual error? You know, like maybe however the game creates the colors and the tacks for us, maybe it was supposed to do blue and it made an error on green, but I find that hard to believe on all of the horses. Like, green instead of blue. And his leg type is, I mean, they have that he can run as a front runner, but like they're still saying he's basically like a closer. Like, he was that wasn't the case. I'm not saying he couldn't run like that, but that was not really how it went in the actual races. Okay, now I don't know what's happening up here, but
2 furlongs to go.
He's got plenty of stamina. I don't think it really matters. There we go. Let's go. Unbelievable. Unfreaking believable. They made him as good as he seems to be in real life, but they totally said, we're not going to get his leg type completely right, and we're definitely going to mess up the color. Doesn't make any sense. Really doesn't. But it's another good win for Formal Opera. This dude is crazy. These pictures suck, man. Give me a better camera angle, please. Thank you. I mean, is that really any better? Green. Oh my gosh. It's throwing the vibe off, bro. It's throwing the vibe off. Why did they give him green? And Best Hunter finished like in 8th. No chance. B positioning. Like I said, it doesn't really matter. I can run him anywhere and win, clearly. So crazy, man, honestly. General Reason's up in the China Sprint. Not good odds. Golden Monsters here, over odds. So 6-year-old season. I gotta keep them in grade 1s. I don't think grade 2s are gonna be enough. I mean, I think if there's a grade 1 available, I need to run him in that grade 1. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. But maybe that's not the best plan of attack. the general reason. Maybe I should mix in grade 1s and grade 2s, not just strictly stick him to grade 1s, because he needs wins, first and foremost. And he needs competitive results. So if I'm putting him in grade 1s, but he's not winning, and on top of that he's not being competitive, then that's not going to benefit us at all. Which in that case, it would be more beneficial to just run him in grade 2s and then in the occasional grade 1. But like, we need to start winning like now. He's 5 years old. I know he had a late growth spurt and I got him for a reason. But like, we need to start winning now. Okay. Oh, late start. I'm starting too late, aren't I? I'm starting way too late. Despite those abilities that he has. And I know we're not even supposed to win this race, but my goodness, if I actually started that on time, that could have been a win. But that's a good result. I mean, he's going to finish in the top 5 in China in a sprint. Off of a terribly timed late spurt when he was supposed to finish 12th. Now that's something good I can work with. And double S on the spurt. I definitely think I messed that up. I'm not going to lie. I still think I did. I actually don't care if the game says I did it decent. I think I could have did better. But, you know, it's fine. Diamond Plan is up again in the China Mile, but not the favorite. Now they're saying Rough World can beat us. I mean, that horse gets the benefit of being able to stalk us in second, but come on, man. Alright, well. Still think we won the bigger race with the World Mile Cup anyway, so I don't think the off chance that we lose this, I don't think that's going to hurt us that much personally, but it is Gallop Racer, so who freaking knows, man. Thinking too logically. The fact that I'm thinking logically probably means that's not going to be the case at all, you know? Because Gallop Racer is just very interesting for all of us.
The horses are in the gate.
Terrible start.
And the way to go. That was a beautiful start.
That was a beautiful start, huh? Rough World, what number are you? Don't remember. Number 13. You're way back there. What on earth? I mean, not like I'm complaining. If you want to sit that far off, that's completely fine with me. That just gives you a better chance to get blocked, and if you get blocked, I don't think we're losing this race at all. Alright.
Okay, this is where the race is won.
This is where the race is won. We are clear ahead. I haven't had to touch my controller for half the race. These horses still have a long way to go, man. Did I get him going too soon? Or is he just that strong? Come on, Diamond. Finish strong, bud. Finish strong. You got it. Unfreaking believable. Absolutely walks away with that victory. Absolutely walks away with it. That's Diamond Plan. Oh my gosh. He absolutely walked away with that win. Not even close. Not even close. I mean, we have some really strong boys right now. We really do. My gosh, and he sets the record. Another record for Diamond Plan. This guy's pretty freaking amazing. I don't know if anybody's peeped it, but of course, you guys know this. I'm being silly. Wow, what a win for Diamond Plan, man. My gosh. The fact that they really gave Rough World that much respect in comparison to us, like, unbelievable. Stargazing is up in the China Cup and the favorite, as he should be. Might be the final race of this year, really. Let's go, baby. Stargazing. Let's get you a big win here. And this is GWS territory. This also helps. Yeah, we got some really strong boys out here racing on track, man. And I'm loving every second of it. Loving every second. Let's get this done with stargazing. Let's get this done. All right, and we're off. And that's all he needs to do. I'll just kind of let him drop back whenever he wants. Hopefully a little bit further, because we need to be further back. Oh, I forgot. I'm not going to wrestle with him too much, actually. If he wants to run this fast, I'm going to let him do his thing. I'm not going to risk putting him in a bad mood, especially if he can still win the race. Like, I'm achieving nothing if that's the case. This is fine. Does he even consider it a fast pace today, or what? I do wonder.
5 furlongs to go.
This is our race to win. I mean, honestly, we are just coasting back here. I'm very surprised he has not fought me once today. Well, we got a long way to go, but I mean, I'm fine. We're fine. Okay, now we gotta go. Let's go, my boy. Yes, sir. Good start. Catch him napping. Catch them napping. There we go. There we go. 12 still keeping up with us, and that's Eager Judge, the second favorite. Stargazing is too strong, though, man. This guy is so strong, man. He's like an ox. Let's go, baby. It's another G1 for Stargazing, and he gets it done in the China Cup. We will take it. We will take that. Let's freaking go. It's another win. Absolutely rolling today. Absolutely rolling. It's a big win. Course loss. We won the race. Who cares, right? Like, honestly, who cares? We won the race. And we won it quite convincingly. We get a little bit of course loss that is not hurting anybody at all. So, General Reason finished 5th when he wasn't supposed to. That was a really strong month, actually. Really strong month all around. So Diamond Plan is going to absolutely obliterate the sprint. Moonbee finishes 5th with 13 points. Stargazing got up there for the turf. To think I really should have been focusing on that with him. He certainly could have won it, I think. We beat Eager Judge in that race by quite an easy margin. I finished 2nd, which who cares. But Diamond Plan is going to be another GWS title for him. And it's going to be the sprint for the plan, the master, the Diamond Plan. He gets it done. Let's go, my boy. Oh, Mile Champ and GWS Sprint? No freaking way did we get both of those at the same time. And Stargazing, what did he get? All-rounder. I thought you had to get that by winning a dirt. I don't recall winning a dirt G1 with him. Wow, what a year for our boys, man. Stargazing's first title. Actually, that's awesome. That is awesome. I wasn't even expecting that at all, clearly. So 2 titles. I was expecting the 1. Earning a horse title was unlocked a special horse. Wow. What good stuff, man, from the boys. Absolutely helping us out there. I wonder what horse they're talking about, because I have no idea. I'm sure one of you probably know. I mean, when I see the horse, I'll you know, whatever, but I think we have some good horses going right now. I don't need to be too concerned. So Diamond Plan, 4 titles for you, my boy. 4 titles in only 13 races. That's pretty quick. 5 titles. My gosh. Diamond Plan, you better really prove your worth as a stud, man. Which I'm sure he will. I would rather run Secretariat than that Kyoto. You know what? Honestly, if he wants to wait till the Universal Cup, oh, we can't even run him in that. I keep forgetting. Australia? Heaven S? I guess Heaven S. Like, I don't even know what other title to achieve with him. I'll think about it, but I don't want to run him in another race prior to that. Stargazing, you get your first title. 4 G1s, 10 wins, and 14 starts, and you are on a winning streak. Absolutely rolling. From Western Tiger, out of Lee's Gold is this guy. Thought he was going to be ready for the Winter GP, but I think that's a little bit tough to run him back-to-back, so I don't really want to do that. I'll run him in a grade 2. Winter, too much weight? Seriously? There's no grade 1s at the beginning of the year except for dirts. I just don't want to put him on the dirt unnecessarily. And his dirt rating is not that great anyway, so I would rather be patient, honestly. I'd rather just be patient. Because, like, I don't want to run him on the dirt. I don't know if he would pan out as well on the dirt, so it's like, just going to have to be patient. Climax. He's been winning that race. No, I'm thinking about a different horse, actually, I think. Everybody's good to go. General Reason, we need something for you next year. Finally. Gotta get this guy back in the sprints for sure. Been kind of neglecting that with him. Six Furlong G3. Just gotta start getting more wins. He only has 8 or 9. That's for his growth type. I don't know if that's reasonable or not. I don't think I have any more races this year, do I? Let's see. Okay, if my game's still saving, just taking its sweet old freaking time. Alright. I don't recall. Oh, no. Oh yeah, we're done. Nobody else has a race. Oh, Former Opera. I said I was going to get him in the dirt, right? You can't even run in any of these races because he'll only be 3 years old. Well, Mr. Formal Opera. I suppose we're just going to have to run you in a grade 3. A lot of grade 3s to kick off the year, but those races still matter, so let's not look down on them. If you can't win grade 3s at the beginning of the year, that'd be a little bit more concerning anyways, would it not? Still don't know really anything about this horse. I'm just gonna run you in an open. I don't know what you're gonna really be. So I'd rather be a little bit more on the safe side. On the Bolero, gotta get you on the dirt, buddy, or the turf. This game keeps saying you're a turf horse, so just thought you would have been a dirt horse. Apparently not. It's a little bit of a bummer because then they're like, it's Great Bolero, but not Great Bolero, because Great Bolero is a dirt horse. So if this guy is only going to be a turf dominating one, that kind of throws a little monkey wrench into the plans, right? Like, I could run him on the dirt, but if he's not going to be as good, then it's not even going to feel like Great Bolero. Like, he has to be really strong on the dirt. So Suave Buster must have been the turf runner, because Onyx Prince was a dirt horse. That's really strange. So that's a little bit of a bummer. I mean, let's just look at his pedigree here. You see, Bionic Club and Scabbit created the Great Bolero. So those are two really good horses that created him. But Scabbit wasn't a dirt horse. Maybe that's where the turf comes into play. Clearly. I didn't think about that. Yeah, he definitely inherits the turf from Onyx Prince's side, actually. Well, yeah, Great Bolero and Onyx Prince, so. Huh. I guess Great Bolero himself was obviously really just a strong dirt horse. That was his thing, but turf is in the family. I guess he just didn't really inherit that, which is fine. So, this is going to end this part of the episode, I believe. I don't think it'll end the video. If it does, I'll do a proper ending, but if not, I will see you guys, because I've been recording for a couple hours. I am tired and hungry. So, yeah, I want to get some food, and then, like I said, I'll probably come back to this. So, been an awesome episode. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying. But, yeah, just keep it rolling on. Gallop Racer fans, we're back, and this last portion of this episode is going to be shorter. Because this episode, as of now, I'm editing it. It's almost 3 hours long, 2 hours and 51 minutes. So I think what I'm going to do, a couple. I'm obviously going to finish out the rest of this year, and I'll go into next year up until breeding. Like, we won't start breeding in this episode or anything. We will save that for the next big episode with a lot of the new changes and updates coming for the channel and series. So I think that'd be a good time. I don't know if this happened in the last part of the recording. As usual, this is 4 days after the last part. It's taking me... Technically, we think about it, because I hadn't played 2004 in over a month prior to this episode. It's taking me like a month and a week, 6 weeks to record one episode. Oh gosh, that's so bad. But I'm being consistent. You know, I've been busier lately. What I wanted to point out to you guys was that Stargazing, he reached double S. I don't think he was double S prior to me saving. Maybe he was. I swear he was still at the S rate, but I'm not complaining. I mean, 2 of my originals are double S, finally. Everybody else is C ranked, but I mean, they're all developing. Long growth type for Bolero. Butterfly effect, we still don't know. I'm assuming maybe a longer growth type. Fire Magic. Should be quick growth type. I'm kind of surprised this horse is only C rated though, from Regal Soul and Gemstone. Golden Boy, super fast, and his growth type does confirm that it is fast. But I mean, our horses are looking much better. We have Secretariat. Like I said, I am so excited with everything we have going right now. All of these horses, there's not one bad horse in this group that I dislike. Like, not a single one. So let's go ahead and see if we can finish out the year strong. And hopefully you guys have enjoyed today's episode. No challenges! Oh my goodness! Like, I'm editing again the video, this episode, as we speak. I'd like to edit them in parts now. It actually helps me to get them done quicker, and to avoid any issues of like audio or whatever. I can focus more on just one section of an episode at a time. Especially since I don't even have that much time to just edit one episode all together like I used to, because I've been just so busy with work lately. But my goodness, I realized like 3 times through this episode, I'm just like, no challenges, no challenges. And I'm still saying no freaking challenges, bro. What don't they understand? Golden Boy's up in this grade 3. He's going to pay 90 cents to win. I need my pen to record what's going on here. So bear with me. This dude is so fast, man. So fast. I feel like he's going to be stronger than I thought. Like, I know what Lee's Gold is about. We knew what Honest Pegasus was about. But again, Honest Pegasus didn't achieve anything super crazy. So the fact that this guy is looking really strong, I wonder if it's the pedigree that's really coming into play. And also, he has a fast growth type, so I guess it makes more sense for him to already be at his best. But yeah, 1 second here. Oh, where is my pen? There it is. There it is. He's beautiful, man. Kayla, if you're watching this, if you wouldn't mind, I love my horses so much. I'm not even gonna burden you with that. I would just have you make like a render for like all of my favorite horses because I think he does genuinely look beautiful. All of our horses I think are beautiful, but I think he definitely stands out for sure. Golden Boy fits him so perfectly. It's not even funny. It's not even funny. Like, could totally see this being a real thoroughbred somewhere. With this look, the tack, his speed, he's a looker for sure. He is the Golden Boy. The Golden Child. So yeah, fast growth type, which, I mean, I don't mind having one sire with that growth type. Again, I don't want that to be most of my sires. Like 1 or 2 tops is going to be fine. I still prefer a longer growth type, like sustained or late, obviously. But growth types like these will be nice, especially if we, we want to get a really strong horse, retire it sooner for breeding. You know what I mean? And again, I'm not going to get into the habit of saying that. But I think with the fast growth type, it does benefit us to have special horses. Like if I want a horse with really high stamina and I don't want to have to wait 6 years until I can use them for breeding, it will be nice to be able to use a horse 2 or 3 years earlier because of their growth type. Just going to have to figure out exactly what I want to do with that horse. Okay, we're still sitting pretty here. Max stam. What is this stamina? I wonder. I probably could have waited for that revolution, but it doesn't matter. Golden Boy is taking off. This guy is so freaking fast here, people. Oh my gosh. I know it's a grade 3, but I mean, I don't do this in all of my grade 3s. This is a special case here. Golden Boy, let's go. Such a fast horse, man. Such a fast, strong horse. He has been such a joy so far. He really has. Been an absolute pleasure to work with this guy, and he just started, man. Like, he's just started. Golden Boy, you are absolutely blitzing them out here, man. They can't do anything with you. They cannot do anything with you, my boy. 9 lengths. Let's go, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Another good win for the Golden Child, Golden Boy. If that makes any sense. Moonbee is up in the Tokyo Cup. We are the favorite. Good stuff. So did I say I was going for the all-rounder title with him? Because I know he's not a dirt horse. I'm pretty sure I am going for that title. So, Moonbee, we gotta win this, man. He's still very strong. Still don't know what his growth type is, but as you can see if you look at the chart in the bottom right, it's almost at the top. So I assume he's probably, it's going to be normal. Because King B didn't have a long growth type. I would say King B is fast and normal. So that makes sense. Still very fast. Reminds me of Diamond Plan. Like, as long as he's fast and he has decent stamina, I mean, we can keep racing him for a while. What's really the goal? I'm going to have so many horses, man. Oh my goodness. I'm going to have so many. I mean, seriously, we have 6 being born in the next episode. And then we'll have 4 ready to hit the track this year? Or the next year, I should say. Like, I'm going to have like 15 horses. Because like I said, I'm not retiring anybody. There's no need to right now. Not really. But I may have to think a little bit deeper about my plan. Because racing 15 horses at the same time sounds insane. But I mean, I'm racing 10 already. 10 or more, so I guess adding an extra 5 won't be too much of a stretch. Just, I don't like the idea of just having so many horses. I like to race 10 max. I mean, I honestly prefer to focus like on 6 horses, but all these horses that we're racing with now, I love them. They're so easy to work with for the most part. Even stargazing is much of a headache as he can be sometimes, but they're all my ideal horses. So like, I'm able to be in rhythm with them better. I know what I need to do for each of them now. So I mean, this works. It's just like, oh my goodness. Eventually I am going to have to start retiring some, but as long as I can still win and be consistent, like I said, I want to earn as much as I can with them to help their breeding. I mean, that's usually worked out best for me in this game, and I think some other people as well probably have experienced similar things where if you continue to race a horse past his prime, and as long as that horse is still finishing strong and winning and doing good, I think that does help for breeding to some extent. You know what I mean? And there I go. You know, is you know better? Is that better than me saying the full phrase? Because I feel like it's just something I'm just stuck with saying, but I shouldn't let that be an excuse now, should I? Let's go, Moon. Let's go, boy. Oh, this is it. This is it. Tokyo Cup is already going to be away for Moonbee. And as I'm saying, I love my horses. I don't want to retire anybody. This is why. Now, of course, I hate the unrealistic nature of just laying on the whip on a revolution, but I'm going for a big win here. Record, lengths, whatever, classification, all that good stuff. Moonbee destroys this field. My dude isn't even a dirt horse. Think about that too. This guy is not even a dirt horse at all, and I think his dirt rating is like okay. Absolutely walks away with that beautiful picture, Moonbee. I am really impressed with this guy. I know I've talked about it quite a bit in this episode, but he has achieved so much more than what I thought he would. I genuinely thought he would be just a little bit better than Gemstone and King B. That's it. I thought he'd be a little bit better, but he is over-exceeding those expectations. He is much better than both of them, which is awesome. So, yeah, I'm a little bit annoyed with myself for getting rid of King B, but we have Flying Cowboy, who's even stronger. So, Flying Cowboy and Gemstone, if their foal turns out to be stronger than this guy, I mean, there's our line right there. Double perfect race, literally a perfect race for us. 7-length winner, $638 trifecta. He helps people get paid with that win. I love those victories, man. I love those victories. I also love the really tough, you know, photo finished races as well, because that's just exciting. But those type of wins, I mean, gosh, huge wins from both of the stablemates, man. Absolutely. Doing great stuff. So for 2-year-old classification, Golden Boy is already up to 123. X Factor, he's better than X Factor. That's a joke, but that's fine. Stargazing is still leading. So okay, so that's why Stargazing now is double S. He did officially clear 135. He's 136. Let's go. Yes. Moonbee is 127 for the mid-long. And Silver Bullet is still leading the dirt. Oh, that was the end of the year. Wow, we absolutely dominated and destroyed this year. Diamond Plan, of course, Horse of the Year. That World Mile Cup, that was a big win for us. Best older filly, sure. The game being goofy. Shady Soul, best older colt. Haha. Silver Bullet, best dirt horse. Let's go, baby. So Silver Bullet gets best dirt. Moonbee gets best 3-year-old. And Butterfly Effect gets the best 2-year-old. I'm so proud. We should be proud of these horses, man. Finally, you know, showing some real progress here. I'm just writing these down. So that's awesome. That is absolutely fantastic. Diamond Plan gets Horse of the Year. I don't know if that's his first or second time, but you know, whatever. Let's see, Horse of the Year for Diamond Plan and Best Sprinter. That's really insane. That horse is so stacked, man. You know, the crazy thing is, people have suggested horses to me, and the suggestions have been great. You know, I'm not ungrateful, but like nobody ever suggested Diamond Plan to me. What is that about? Why has he been completely skipped over when it comes to like horse suggestions? Like Spinning Post, Heartful Delight, Wonder Whale, some others. They've been suggested regularly, but like nobody has ever suggested Diamond Plan to me. And I'm just like, why not? This guy is an absolute monster. You know what I mean? Oh my goodness, I said it again. You know what? Just forget it. The more I focus on it, probably the more I'll say it. So, but I'm just like, I'm astounded that like nobody has suggested him really. Like, this dude is a great freaking horse. And we win. 43 wins on the year. Yeah, this was probably one of my best years. Almost a 60% winning average. Oh, we hit it on the nail with all categories. Wow. I wonder if this was my best year in the game, honestly. I mean, I've had a couple of good years, but I don't know if I've done that. I mean, we won a lot of races this year. Just looking at even my notes. See a lot of ones, man. Let's go. About time. Diamond Plan Horse of the Year. Let's go, my boy. Good sir. And we dominate with the jockey stuff. All these people are trying to throw me off my game, like the AI jockeys. Oh, challenge me. No, you're trying to throw me off my path and my consistency and our success. No. I'm like a horse with the blinkers on. I'm focused. I'm only seeing what's ahead. You know what I mean? It's so annoying that I say that, but it's so fitting. And you know what? I say that, and maybe some people are like, no, Eric, I don't know what you mean. And you know what? You could be right. Win 3 categories at the GWS. 1 win for 11 weeks straight. Is that the goal? 11 races in a single week. Oh. I mean, like, not yet. Obviously, once I have like 16 horses, I can probably try for that. But I'm just going to aim for the GWS because I can end up getting that done. I need to get it done, honestly. Diamond Plan is still probably good enough to make that happen. What a year. What a year it was. Diamond Plan's 5 years old, and this dude is still strong. As long as that speed and staying and response stay where they're at, like, I'm not worried. I'm not worried at all, man. Only 8 G1s, but he's finished in the top 3 11 out of 13 times. He's got several titles now. How many titles do you have? At least 3 or 4. 5 titles for Diamond Plan. I'm going to say it again. Why hasn't anybody told me about this dude? I've had suggestions for every other horse except Diamond Plan. Like, what is that about? Okay? Some people have some explaining to do in the comments section. Honestly. Is he a rare horse, maybe? Is he just a horse that, like, doesn't pop up in people's games often? Either way, it's just like, this guy is an absolute monster. Is Moonbee getting faster? Oh, he still hasn't peaked yet. Okay, normal growth type. So, yeah, I mean, this will be his year, and then he'll be done after this. Moonbee. Bud, you are doing freaking awesome, man. I'm so happy. Only 4 G1 wins, but 12 out of 16 for wins. Your lifetime starts. I mean, yeah, my horses aren't earning that much. Because, again, the G1s in this game, they just don't pay that well. Except for a couple of the special ones. Like, now, do you have any titles? That's the real question. I don't think you do. No. 3rd generation as well, on both sides, so that probably helps. That means he has Desert Divers pedigree in him, Ant B, Arctic Crop, so that makes more sense. I keep forgetting his pedigree. That is also, it has to be contributing to his success, for sure. I don't know what title am I going for with you, though? So you won on the dirt, you won 10 furlongs, you won at 8, and then you won at 8 again. So he needs a sprint. If he gets a sprint win, we might have that all-rounder title, if I'm fortunate. But there's like no G1s for him that are going to be in the sprint category yet. I could run him in the February, but I should probably save that for somebody else. Royal Cup, that's perfect. I'm going to run you in the Royal Cup, bud. You got the speed to handle it. Butterfly Effect, she's good to go in a grade 3 here soon. So yeah, she wants to be leading, and like I said, that's fine with her because she's very strong, so I'm not worried, really. 86 power, 73 speed, I'm cool with that. The other stats are all in the 60s. Fire Magic, no expectations with this horse. We'll just see how he does. Golden Boy, you are an absolute flyer out there, quite literally. So peeping his stats here, nothing else is really revealed. Only 58 heart, but that power rating is fantastic. We see his leg type. I still don't know what his other latent ability is. This guy is he's undefeated, 6 for 6. There's not a grade 1 for him yet. Do you have any dirt rating? That's okay. I'm not going to do that. Yeah, we'll run you into grade 2, man, until grade 1s pop up for you. So is everybody good to go? I think so, right? Just double check. I don't want to skip a race because I don't want the AI racing with my horses. And we have Formal Opera here. This guy's 2 for 2. 2 big G1s. One on the dirt, one on the turf. We're just getting started with him. The boys are so strong right now. It is crazy, man. It is crazy. The boys are extremely strong, man. To think, all these guys I can use as sires, so yeah, so excited for the future, honestly. We're just really getting started in this game. I've been uploading this game on this channel for years, but I feel like we're finally just getting started to like really taking off and getting to the good parts. Collins, bro, go away. They're definitely trying to throw me off my game 100%. They see I'm winning, they see my domination, and they want to do anything to throw me off my game. It will not happen. I'm a very focused individual when I am in the zone. I am only focused on the task at hand. Nothing on this planet will distract me. Butterfly Effect, our girl, she is up in a grade 3. She'll pay about $2.80. There's her beautiful tack that we put on her earlier. Yeah, I'm really excited for her future, obviously. Winter place, so they give us some flexibility, which is great. Alright, Butterfly Effect. Let's roll, my girl. Excuse me. Okay. Whoa, 3-horse getting jumpy there on the inside. Who is that? And not really. Yeah, that horse got completely left. Alright, now she's going to want to go to the front, so the 7 may try to challenge us for the lead. Who is that? Bold Voice, go away, go away, go away, go away. This is not your place. Go away. I mean, it technically is, but like, you could also run as a Procedure a little bit. I have to run her where she's running now. We don't have a choice. No 7, that's fine. Probably because the feel and the pace is a little bit... That was a little bit fast. 11-3 back there, so that was pretty quick considering. Almost ran a 10. Could have been a 10-9 if I would have ran her any quicker, so. Okay. Hold steady, hold steady, hold steady. Alright. She's looking pretty good here. Still comfortable, still comfortable. Still good. Last corner leader. That's always going to come into effect. And speaking of effect, Butterfly Effect. She is, can't say she's off to the races because we're already racing. She's really just off to, like, the cooldown. 10 is closing in, though. My gosh, who is that? Rosie Letter. Wow. I mean, clearly Rosie Letter's a much... I mean, that horse must have been a closer. Wasn't really paying attention. Decent closing speed, honestly. I mean, Butterfly Effect, she gets the easy win. She was definitely ahead of that field. But that was a really strong run from the 10-horse Rosie Letter. Huh. Not bad at all. Beat that horse still by a length and quarter. And back to 3rd place is Personal Punch. And that 3-horse that had that was upset in the gates finished 9th. 3 back-to-back wins, man. Winning, winning, winning. Actually, that's my 5th win, our 5th win in a row. And Silver Bullet's up into G3. 6 furlongs, not the favorite. Yeah, I kind of feel like maybe he's peaked a little bit soon, but I'm not going to retire him yet. Not yet. His stats are still okay. Like, the stamina is abysmal. That's so bad, man. I still don't even know his max distance. I don't know what else I need to do to figure that out. I really don't. Because, like, certain horses, it just pops up randomly without me doing anything special as far as my races or my running style. And then horses like this guy, I've tried to race him over quite a few different distances. And, like, just game still doesn't want to tell me. Alright. We got to get to the front, Silver. Got to get to the front. Don't challenge the leaders. Just make sure you keep them in eyesight. Okay. Nope, 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 nope. Slow down, bud. Slow down, slow down, slow down. I know you want to go. No, we're going downhill. You got it. Alright, good stuff. Okay, no Rebo, it's fine. 10-9. F fraction. Alright. I don't know what's going to happen. I still feel like we could win this race if I do things right here, but it's hit or miss. He does have last corner leader, right? So I got to get him on the move now. Will it tap in? Yes, let's go, baby. Let's go, Silver. Let's go, man. You got it. You got plenty of stamina. Oh, what a win. What a win this will turn out to be for Silver Bullet. It's a grade 3, but still, we're 7th favorite. 9's going to challenge too late. Let's go. I had a feeling we could win that race if I did everything right. I did say it as we were heading around turns 3 and 4. 6 wins in a row, man. 6 wins in a row. Let's freaking go. Silver Bullet still winning. I'm in the zone, man. I'm in the zone. But it helps when you have horses that you actually like to run on. And good horses. Like I said, we don't have a single bad horse. I don't think we do, honestly. 2 really good grade 3s. Those wins matter, man. I will continue to push those type of races. Like, it's not just about grade 1s in this game. Winning the opens for your yearlings. Winning those grade 3s and grade 2s. They do matter. They really do. Obviously, if you have a superstar horse, a double S horse, like a couple of ours, yeah, you pretty much just run them in grade 1s until there isn't suitable grade 1s available. Then you drop them in class. But as your horses are still building, I think getting the wins in the grade 3s and the grade 2s are more important than just putting them in grade 1s and having decent results. So Butterfly Effect automatically after that win jumps up to A rank. And as we can see, stamina 74, fantastic. So a filly with some decent stamina here. Yes. Hopefully you guys can tell. I am so happy with all the progress that we're making. I really am. Because like I'm finally getting the horses, the stats, the good pedigrees going that I want. So Silver, they want you in the February S? I mean, of course. Let's rock and roll. How many he only has 3? 4 G1s, okay. 11 finishes in the top 3 out of his 18 starts. So he's been consistent, and he needed that win after that kind of disappointing 9th place finish in the Independence. So we're in that February S. I mean, all his wins have been on the dirt, right? So this next one, if I'm not mistaken, that could be his first title. You know, he's the 3rd generation horse, at least on his father's side. Has 8 rulers still in the pedigree, of course, Night Breeze. So, let me see. Caesar's Cup, February S. Okay, so we won this race before Tokyo Cup and Osaka Sprint. It's 5 or 6 in this game. I can't remember, but either way, he's very close. I just thought about it. Did I miss the chance to name one of my... No, I named all the 2-year-olds, right? Well, I think I did. Let's double check. Yeah, alright, so everybody's got 4-star futures right now, which is good. So Silent Speaker, Desert Derby and Irish Fleet, 4-star future, 5-star power. Okay, so this horse is turning out a little bit better than it initially looked. 3-star calm, 3-star flex, that's not bad. So temper shouldn't be awful, which is good. 5-star power, really strong horse, huh? Okay, that's cool. Toxic Blonde. She's still only 2 stars for flex and calm, so that's probably the best it's going to get for her, it seems. But still 4-star future, 4-star power. She'll be strong, so hopefully that'll make up. Catale, 4-star future, 5-star calm. She hasn't really changed much. Her power and flex won't be that great. And Tigress of Stone, she is, like I was telling you guys, you know, King Bee and Pink Gemstone created Moon Bee, and Moon Bee is doing awesome, double S right now, but Lion Cowboy was and is much stronger than King Bee. So this could be a really good pedigree for this family. 3rd generation on both sides here. Cowboy has Western Tiger, Swabbuster, His Blood, Gemstone has Arctic Crop and Night Breeze. Tigress of Stone. This filly, like I said, I'm really hopeful that she'll be better than Chasing Hearts. So Vivid Gemstone from Vivid Legend out of Pink Gemstone. 3-star future already. 2 stars on everything else. Should be pretty consistent. 3-star generation horse, at least on the mother's side, it appears. And Lee's Cowboy is 3-star power, calm, 2-star future and flex. 3-star, it's technically 3rd generation on father's side. All my foals that have Western Tiger in them, I think that's going to help them a long way. Yeah, I can't wait to get these families like 6 and 7 generations deep, man. We're going to have so much. And I'm doing breeding specifically to make sure I'm getting good abilities, you know, through these lines. That way, you know, full 4 generations from now can inherit ability from one of our current horses. Like, that's what I want. I want to make sure that we can always try to have our horses inherit very good abilities. Now, Secretariat, he's up in a grade 3. The green bothers me every time. I'm just going to have to ignore it. I really cannot believe they did that to this dude. They definitely had a problem with him, or American racehorses, or something. I don't know. Which is so weird. Like, why would you dislike Secretariat? Why would you intentionally try to kind of be a little bit disrespectful to Secretariat? It just doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't add up. Some weird stuff there. Like Sedate Ruler, they put together perfectly. I think I mentioned that earlier. His tack, his look, everything is as he was in real life. And I can attest to that. I did see him race when I was very young, which is special. Yeah, Secretariat, they just made it green. Like, no respect at all for arguably the most legendary thoroughbred in horse racing history. So, strange stuff, man. Strange stuff.
They are midway down the backstretch.
Gosh, long downhill slow. Can we get off this thing, please? Thank you. Back to flat ground.
Okay, this is where the race is won.
Alright, so still looking good here with Formal Opera. Yeah, he's kind of falling asleep, but he'll be fine, honestly. I'm not worried. Let's go, man. Let's go. Let's go. Closer, there it is. Why did I feel like I was working him for so long, man? No, Rebel, but he doesn't need it. This is a grade 3. He's going to take off. He's gone. He's gone. Formal Opera. Just another win, dude. That's 7 wins in a row. 7 wins. Gotta keep it going. There is no stopping. You cannot stop what can't be stopped. And Secretariat remains undefeated so far. As we like. 7-length winner. Slow opening. Who cares? I'm kidding. I'm being funny. Long live Bolero. He's up in a grade 2 on the turf. Yeah, I forgot. He doesn't seem to be a dirt horse, which is so weird. I mean, I know, you know, he probably inherited that from his mother's side. Or his father's side still, because Great Bolero came from... I mean, Great Bolero's parents, I think, had turf in them, so... As a preference, main preference. Supposed to finish 8th out of 12. That's not terrible, though. Still haven't given him tack yet, just because, like... Still don't think we're there yet. I kind of want to wait till we're winning, and I think I did mention that. Still don't know what that other ability is, which is so obnoxious, but what can I really do right now? It's like, what can I actually do?
The horses are in the gate.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a bummer that he isn't a dirt horse like his grandfather, you know. Just feels a little bit weird, but he can make history for his own name, his own situation. So if he turns out to be a great turf horse, I mean, hey, it's still paying respect to Bolero. Like I would have liked for him to have been a dirt horse to really kind of have that story. But in all honesty, I mean, he doesn't look like Great Bolero at all. Like Great Bolero was much darker. Great Bolero is really one of the darkest horses I've had, I think, as far as his coat is concerned. Beautiful, obviously. We all miss and love the Great Bolero. But as grandson, I think still has a decent future ahead of him. Great Bolero did achieve a lot for like my first original to really break through that ceiling. Now, why are they running 6 wide up here? You guys have got to move. I don't like this spot. I'm going to drop him back. Yeah, I know you don't want to go this slow, but like this is not a good position. I don't trust this to free up. All right, move you over. I know I could be running him closer towards the front as a procedure, but honestly, I think this benefits us right now. If we're going to try to win this race, I think sitting back here for the time being actually benefits us more. And we get 2 sevens. If we get a revolution, this win could definitely be ours. Okay, now don't go too fast. Just get a nice little run here. Okay, good run. Rebo? No Rebo. Come on, Bolero. Let's see what you got, bud. 9 is coming up. Unless we get a second kick of something, like an ability. I don't know. I thought Explosive was supposed to tap in right there, but you know what? We weren't supposed to finish 8th. I mean, we weren't supposed to finish in the top 5. We finished 4th. That's a good result. I'll take that. That's a good effort from Bolero. Long growth type. He's got a long way to go, so... Course loss, yeah. I mean, obviously an inside trip would have been nice, but you guys know how I play this game. I've lost too many races depending on the inside to be open. I just cannot do that anymore. So therefore I won't. So very good results. Alright, so Formal Opera. We got to get you in a race here, bud. Again. You're a 3-year-old. We got to get you into these really big races. Something. LA Derby? I guess a long layoff for him. I mean, to be honest, I'd rather keep race winning with him while I can. Put him in another grade 3. Keep stacking these wins. Golden, or excuse me, on the Bolero. Anything else? Still don't know what that other ability is, which is so annoying. Stats have stayed the same. I'm glad that he has good temper and response. That helps out a lot for him. Because, I mean, he's got 5 stats in the 40s. Ugh. He had to... Did he really inherit that from Suave Buster? Because Suave wasn't terrible. It's actually almost like he got his grandmother's stats. Night Breeze, to be honest. I mean, Onyx Prince didn't have fantastic stats himself, but... I mean, yeah. I mean, he's 4th generation. Bionic Club and Scabbard are in there. This is still a good pedigree. I want to keep going. I know I got to get some stronger horses in here eventually. Alright, so I think we're good to go. Moon Trapper's up. Just continuing to roll with her in the grade 3s and the grade 2. General Reason. When am I racing you? Okay, not till February. We gave you quite a bit of time off. Breaking's going to hit 90. That's cool. Heart could hit 80. Very late growth type, of course. Like those abilities. Only 1 grade 1. We got to start winning more with him. But no complaints here. Alright, Moon Trapper. Expected to finish 14th. And this is because this is on the dirt. Why did I put her on the dirt? I have no idea. I feel like I probably overlooked this race and I thought it was a turf G3. She's not a dirt horse at all. So that feels like something I unintentionally did. It's totally something I would do. Not intend to put my horse in a race like this and then accidentally do it. It's definitely something I would do. Yeah, it's gonna be a slow grind with Moon Trapper here. But again, she's an experimental horse. Just want to see how she'll turn out for breeding if I just made her career exclusively G3s and G2s for the most part. I want to see how that'll pan out. Because if we ever do get a horse that's kind of a flop and I don't want to put them in G1s, I want to know that I can still run them in grade 3s, grade 2s, have success, and they could still potentially be good for breeding. Even if they don't achieve much on the track.
Okay, this is where the race is won.
Now, she's not a dirt horse at all. My gosh. Terrible, terrible, terrible. But let's just see how she fights. That's all we can really do, right? Are you kidding me? How is that horse able to get in front? What? Just keep moving in front of me. How? I swear I had the space. How is that horse even able to still move in front? Okay, so she's not going to finish in last, which I wasn't expecting. But my goodness, I actually could have been in a position to maybe finish in the top 5 if, like, that didn't happen. I mean, you blocked me, and look where you're at. You're all the way back there. Well, it's unbelievable. It's believable, or whatever they say. But yeah, that's really. I swore the gap was not actually there for that horse to move in front of me. That's why I wasn't worried. Apparently, the gap was there. Okay, sure. Nonetheless, we are finishing above our odds in every race, so that's really all that matters. Consistency is key. Alright, Moontrapper, no more dirt races. That's my bad. Clearly was... Why do they want her in these 15 furlong races? She does not have the stamina for that. I mean, okay, 9 to 14. She has the distance, but not the stamina. But I'm getting so sick of them asking me to put her in this race, I'm going to do it. Like, let me just get it out of the way. It's so annoying that they keep saying, put her in this race. Like, I see her distance. I know she can run 14, whatever, but her stamina doesn't make me comfortable for that distance. That's why I haven't wanted to put her in those races. If she had at least 70 stam, I'd be like, sure. I wouldn't hesitate to put her in those longer ones. But because her stamina is still not good, it's like, it's okay. It's still technically below average. Or just about average in this game. The game is just constantly wanting her to run these super long distance races. We better win them. There's no point to run those races if we can't win them. Fire Magic is up. I'm going to pay 80 cents to win. And this is from, again, Regal Soul out of Pink Gemstone. Fast growth type. Let's see what this guy does. I feel like Pink Gemstone's genetics are pretty strong. Because I feel like most of our horses that we've bred with her so far, they've all turned out to look pretty much like her, honestly. So good start. You have a Fire Magic. Alright. $0.80 to win, yeah. We're the heavy favorite here. Good 7. Okay, this is where the race is won. We gotta go now. Fell asleep a little bit there on the Revo, but this horse should still be strong enough to win, even without the perfect jump. Look at that drive. That drive from Fire Magic. Absolutely taken off. Even with the late spurt. I literally wasn't even paying attention. Look at him push, push, push. Easy win. It's a good win for Fire Magic. Let's go, my boy. You guys know the deal. I will take it. We will take it. Another good win for Fire Magic. Alright. Wins by 4 lengths. They said double S on the spurt too. Hilarious. I felt like I actually timed that wrong, but game thinks I did it right, so whatever. No complaints, obviously. Okay, good stuff. So Fire, did he get you back in another race, bud? I was gonna say I felt that was gonna move him up to B. They want him in a grade 2. That was just an open, so that's fine. Is this growth type normal? Fast. Oh boy. The fact is growth type is fast, and some of these stats are like not, those 40s for toughness and response are not great. Temper's alright. We want a little bit more, but like I said, I don't have any major plans with him for breeding, so however he does is fine, and if he ends up exceeding my expectations, then you know we can work with that maybe and consider him. General reasons up. He's the favorite in his grade 3. He needs to start winning now for sure. Now because of his late growth type, he's definitely a horse I think I just need to stick to racing until I just feel like we can't win races with him at all anymore. A premature retirement I think would be a waste of time. It wouldn't have even been worth me getting him if I was going to retire him super soon. Just because he's not winning as much, like that would just be a real big waste to me. But we'll see. Get a 7, which is good. It's what you want. Oh, don't go too fast. Don't go too fast. Watch yourself, bud. We're gonna get hit with course loss. Really fast fractions. Holy cow. No Revo, but do we really need it? Gosh, field is charging. 14 is charging. Come on, General, man. Finish strong, please. Thank goodness he's got a strong heart. That made that really close. Technically, I needed to get going sooner. But a win is a win. We'll take it. No complaints. Oh man, good wins. Really good wins. All right. So we'll end this episode off once the new foals are here. Alright, General. 143. That would have been his handicap. 7 to 11. Should I try him out in that Australian? I don't know. Like, I want him in a pretty big test, but you know what? We're going to run him in this grade 2. Then, I think that's it, right? Oh, Newman, you know the drill, bro. I'm not challenging you. You know better. They know I am not challenging them to anything. They just need to stop. Newman hasn't challenged me in a while. It's like everybody else, Collins and Kate, they're like, oh, well, he's not accepting our challenges. Newman, you try. It's not going to work. Doesn't matter. Secretariat's back up. We're the second favorite. Sacred Power. Expected to win this G3. I don't know how I feel about that, to be honest. I guess we'll see trackside whether or not the AI is right or whether or not they continue to underestimate us and pick the wrong horses. Almost a perfect start. Alright. Hang back, hang back, hang back, hang back, hang back. I know I can run him at the front, but I like running him like this. He's so strong, he has the stamina for it. If I can run him further towards the back and save more ground, I mean, that's kind of a no-brainer for my playing style. Like, if I absolutely had to run him at the front, of course I'd be running him at the front, but I don't think that's necessary, really. This is just a grade 3 as well, so he's... I mean, he's definitely a special double S type of horse, so... These races I don't think I have to worry about too much as long as I don't do anything stupid.
Okay, this is where the race is won.
Alright. Okay, they're going to start swinging. That's fine. Let's go, guy. Let's go. There we go. Ah, I love that closer ability, man. That thing is really nice. That 10 horse is flying. Is that Sacred Power? Is Sacred Power really that good of a closer? Sacred Power is still coming. Sacred Power is still coming. I think we're just gonna hold off, but holy cow. I didn't realize Sacred Power was actually that decent of like a closer. I mean, I haven't really raced against him too much, so racing against that horse, but alright. That was close. Very close. Yeah, Sacred Power was rolling. 2/10 faster than that last fraction. Could have blitzed us if I wasn't careful, but we got the job done. We stayed strong, and it is a good win for Formal Opera. Alright, so I think we got one more race here. Maybe, no, 2. Okay, Formal. Now you're ready for your G1 test. So we're going to throw you in the Australia. You have the speed to win that race. So Butterfly Effect and Silver Bullet will be the last 2 races of this episode. Silver Bullet going for that February S could potentially be his dirt title, but I don't know. And then Butterfly Effect will just be another grade 3 with the gals. That should be a pretty easy win. And then we'll see the new foals. Okay, Newman, like, come on, man. You know I'm not doing this. AI in this game are funny. They really are. They're so obnoxiously persistent about, like, the dumbest things. It's like, I'm not going to change my opinion. If I said I wasn't challenging you, guess what? I'm not going to challenge you. Butterfly Effect, second favorite. Who's supposed to win? Let me guess. Ancient Emblem. Ancient Emblem? Okay. The horse isn't favored by that much, I should say. So, this should be an easy win. Well, this should be a competitive win. It's no guarantee, really. Ancient Emblem is a good horse, so I'm not gonna disrespect that horse. Okay. Very good start here for Butterfly Effect. Now, I gotta keep you in front, please. Just don't burn yourself out. Stop, because we're coming downhill now. Not too much, though. It's been a little bit tricky keeping her where I want her for this race, but I think she's settled now. Now, slow down a lot, slow down a lot, slow down, slow down, slow down. I'm looking out for Ancient Emblem. Horse has got a nice stalking trip there in 6th.
Okay, this is where the race is won.
Solo, let's go, baby.
And they're in the home stretch.
And last corner leader. Let's go. Come on, Butterfly. I'm worried about stamina. I don't know if I got going too soon or what. Okay, Ancient Emblem is clawing in, but Butterfly Effect, she's staying strong, man. She is staying strong. The favorite is coming, but I think we just got the right jump on there. Favorite's going to close in, but no. Butterfly Effect is going to hold on. Tough G3. Tough G3. Tough win. We'll take it, though. You guys know me, I will always take those wins. Okay. Well, one more to go here. Silver Bullet is up in this February S. Not supposed to win it. He hasn't been the favorite for a while. And I think it's because he's technically past his prime. I mean, his stats are still decent enough, but that stamina is just, it's so bad. That stamina does not make it easy for us, really. That stamina is for surely a problem. Like, if he had better stamina, we could have achieved so much more with him. Honestly. It's a bit of a bummer for sure. But we've won from this position before, so maybe we'll be able to do it again. It's a good start for Silver. Tanaka, move, bro. Who's the favorite? I mean, really, I just need to focus on winning this race because it's not like we're the favorites, so I don't think there's really any pressure. Not for me, at least.
Okay, this is where the race is won.
Now he does have last corner leader, right? And I keep putting him on these tracks that he should not be on. That's not helping. Last corner leader, we're not going to get... Oh, Revolution. This is big, guys. This is big. Revolution. I mean, he does have the counterclockwise, not good, right? Wow. Come on, Silver. This is your race, bud. I did say it before the videos... I mean, before this race started, I mean. Finish, 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 finish. Oh, he's just going to get there in time. What a huge win for Silver Bullet. Big grade 1 victory there. Didn't even know if we were going to get that, and he gets it. 5th grade 1 for the guy. Onwards and forward. Well, just when I thought maybe he was done, he can still win. Silver Bullet can still win for us, and obviously that is exactly what I want. It's exactly what you want to happen. Another perfect race for him, too. That's awesome stuff, man. So happy. So happy for him, really, and all of our horses. Like I said, everybody's doing well. Just glad it seems like a real team effort here. HRG stables, everybody's winning, performing well. 6 new foals are born, guys. Now, I will get into names in the next episode, but let's just go ahead and take a look at them. As Lee's Cowboy and Pink Gemstone are there, but let's look at Vivid Legend and Irish Fleet. It's a colt. Should be very good, I hope. 2nd generation. Naked Pride from Flying Cowboy out of Lee's Gold. 3rd generation on his father's side. He should be strong. Does look like his father too. Silly Tyrant from Vivid Legend and Chasing Hearts. 3rd generation on the mother's side. Really excited for this filly. Now I'm glad that she's a filly. With Vivid Legend in her DNA and maybe even her grandparents, she could also be better than Chasing Hearts, I'm hoping. Another filly, Golden Art from Vivid Legend out of Pink Gemstone. Perfect. 3rd generation from our mother's side. Colt Gentle Stage from Blues Breeze and Fiery Dancer. She'll be very quick. See, we have speed from his mother and speed from his grandmother. Blues Breeze was also fast, and so was Sedate Ruler. So I expect this horse to be very quick. Yeah, it's really interesting. You wouldn't even know Sedate Ruler was in this pedigree, but I miss Grays. So we have 3 fillies and 3 colts. That's perfect this year. Flying Cowboy and Awesome Autumn. 3 generations on his father's side. Will be willful and have speed. Very happy with all of the foals here. Very happy. I think it's pretty ideal for us. Alright guys, well on that note, that will officially conclude this episode of Gallop Racer 2004. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed. Next time we come back, of course, we'll get into naming the foals. I'll figure out what breeding I'm going to do for this year. I don't think I'm retiring anybody. All the horses are still doing well. And then we'll have 4 yearlings ready to hit the track this year. So that'll be exciting. Appreciate you guys on the support on the channel as always. Make sure to stay tuned to the channel for new updates regarding the new Gallop Racer series I'm bringing to the channel where you guys will be able to participate. That video should be uploaded within the next couple of days at the latest. So be on the lookout for that. And we'll take it from there. Until next time, Horse Racing Gamer signing out. Leave a great and fantastic day. I will see you all later. And goodbye.